You are tuned in to episode 39. Yes, episode 39 of the Goodfellas podcast. G5JeffTv, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. I got my main man with me, VP Shane, in the building. What's going on, bro?
I'm surviving in this hard life that we're going through right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I got my man BoxingFirst Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless in the building. What's going on, good brother?
Oh man, another day blessed to talk this boxing. Let's make it do what it do.
Absolutely. Before we even get started, we got a salute family in the building already. Conrad, he said Ennis, and then he said shortest podcast ever. Second Ezra, said peace family. What's going
Uh,
on? Go ahead,
I
Shane.
was gonna say, bro, there's a fight this week on the fantasy league.
Yes,
So those who
that's
don't know, Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz. You guys
yes.
can make your predictions.
Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz. Definitely need the backyard stream for that one. For sure. You know what I'm saying? But that is on the prediction fantasy league, G5JeffTv.com. If you're already on there, make your prediction. If you're not already on there, I don't know what the hell your problem is. Get on there and make your prediction. $550 for the winner of the league championship belt and bragging rights, and it's free. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why you shouldn't be on there. Willie G in the building said, "What's good, fellas?" Willie G, what's going on with you, good brother? Um, I Vlog actually picked this topic for today, prospect of the year. And Shane, we have to let you go first. Because you had some interesting choices. You had Ennis, you had Virgil Ortiz, and you had Tim Zoo. Not
So
mhm.
off the rip, my definition of prospect is someone who hasn't had a title fight and is under a certain age. So, like both fighters, like all three fighters, I think are under the age of 24, and none of them have had title fights. So when I go by that definition, it's easy to say someone like Benavidez because he's young, but he's had title fights. He's been at that elite level. We're talking about someone on a come up. So when I look at boxing, obviously you got the likes of Jared Anderson. He's a prospect coming up. You got so much dudes. You got so much dudes. I could literally go on all day. But when I look at off, there's three criterias of when I pick this. What have they been able to accomplish this year in terms of trajectory? So where did they start and where did they end the year? And in addition to the eye test and overall ability. And I feel like when I look at those three criterias, I just personally feel like those three stand out above everyone else. I like Jared Anderson, but he's a person who I feel like maybe next year he could be there, but he's still fighting a certain level of opposition that I would say isn't positioning him to get like world title shots or nothing. So that was the reason why I picked those three. If you disagree, I understand, but
No, I was curious. As to the criteria in which you chose those three, because I'm surprised you chose those three. So I'm glad you actually explained it. Vlog, you wanna go on that?
I mean, it makes a little bit more sense now that I hear all of his
Yeah.
added elements as he was doing to us yesterday, putting the elements on it, putting a little icing on the cake, so to speak. So I get it. I get it. I still think Boots is not a prospect. I think Virgil's not a prospect based on other reasons. For one thing, they've accomplished in the ring, the rankings by that Virgil was handed this year. So I think inside this year that took him out of the prospect and put him more in contender. I believe the wins that Boots has, so many wins, you win your way out of prospect and you
I,
win
I,
your way into contender.
I get what you're saying, Blunt, but I feel like, and this is me being honest, I feel like two things can be right, bro. And Jeff always says that. I believe you can be a contender and still be a prospect because I'm looking at it more from ceiling perspective. These dudes are on a come up and they are way, way, way away from their ceiling. What Boots can achieve, he's got so far to go in the game. That's why I mean prospect. Everybody has their own criteria, but that's the criteria that I went by.
Vlog, you can go ahead.
respect that, and I just kind of I have a few different names. If y'all following me on IG, y'all see we back working. You know, I took a little holiday break, but anyway, I put what I thought was real prospects up, and I used a heavyweight selection, and I had Jared Anderson in there. I had the boy Jolo Love, Uzbekistani cat, 9-0. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of him. If I pronounce his name correctly, y'all know how I am with these names. I'm terrible. But then I also had Herkovich on there. So to me, that's more prospect level because of where they're at win wise, and that they're still fighting those C levels sort of guys. I would say Anderson just fought a B level guy, got rid of him like what he's going to do. I think he's maybe that Deontay Wilder type of guy for us. So, Jared Nice with them hand power, man, because it's not even crunching type of power. He don't even look like he hitting you hard, but he banging these dudes lights out. That being said, though, I think to me that's more because they haven't built up the wins and they haven't started stepping up the level of competition. See, when you look at Virgil Ortiz, he's had 2 main level fighters within this year that to me took him out of the prospect realm to the contender realm. So I'm just judging it a little different than Shane, but I'm not saying the way Shane's judging it is incorrect. I'm just looking at it a little differently because I think when you're looking at Boots, you're talking about 28 wins. At what point in time does the win column remove you from prospect and kind of move you into contender? You see what I'm saying? Take a dude like Emmanuel Taku. He's built up so many wins over a decade, so to speak. Would you still consider him a prospect? You know what I'm saying? He hasn't had per se title fight. He's fought for some under different level B level type of titles, regional type of titles, things like that. But he's kind of unaccomplished. So I think it's just a tricky little line right there in between our own judgments of prospects and contenders. So he ain't wrong though. I'm just a little different.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shane.
I was gonna say you might want to hit them comments, but it's cool.
No, we can hit them. Conrad Boxing, Ennis is number 1, but I want to know where you got Ben. We'll get to that in a second. I actually want to touch on that. I can't put Zoo above Ben easily. Second, Ezra Boots is not a prospect. Second, Ezra, I agree with that, but I'll get to that in a second. L Dub, the plug in the building, man. We've been surfing around the same spots on social media. L Dub, I done seen you all over the place. Big shout out to you, Andre Southgate. Big shout out to you, big bro. Conrad Boxing, good points on your definition of prospect. It shedded a lot of light. Conrad Boxing, salute Andre. Shane, when you made the poster and I seen it, I said I didn't have no problem with it because I knew you had an explanation behind it, and I purposely didn't ask you for your explanation. I wanted to actually save it for the show. I'm glad that you actually explained it the way you did. I will respond to it though. If Boots, for me, I like your criteria, and then I like vlog criteria too. Mine is kind of like a mix of both. So, like with Boots, for instance, I'm looking at Boots, and I'm like, okay, he beat Lipinets, he beat Delorme. Those are the 2 biggest names he has on the resume. Now, the reason why I think Boots is not a prospect is because number 1, he's a mandatory. His next fight should put him in a mandatory spot. So even though he hasn't had any title fights, his next fight should put him in line for a title fight, which in my eyes will put him in a contender status. The second thing and the most important thing, if I can sit up here and honestly say he has a pretty good chance of beating the top 2 guys at 147 pounds, I just can't say he's a prospect. You know what I mean? Like I just can't. I can't justify it. You know what I'm saying? That he's a prospect. Just off of those 2 things alone. But the way you explained it, I can't knock you. I can't, like, that's a perfect name based off of your criteria. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
I
perfect.
mean,
It's perfect.
I mean, I get what you're saying, and I agree with that. And you could also make the same argument about Tim Tszyu. He's one fight away from being a mandatory at 154 as well.
Mm-hmm.
But where I just think you have to, not you don't have to, but what I considered also is age. You know, I think the fact that like Joe Joyce, for example, he's got like dudes like Bryant Jennings, Bermane Stiverne, Carlos Takam on his resume. I
Mm-hmm.
think he hasn't even had 12 fights. But the reason
Right.
why I won't put him as a prospect is purely and simply because the dude's 34. So I feel like it's very difficult. Like Jared Anderson is definitely a prospect. He's definitely a prospect. But I think when you consider age as well, you could potentially consider Boots a prospect as well. And you said the good thing. You said he is 2 fights away or a fight away from being a mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
At that stage, he will no longer be a prospect because he's a mandatory. He's not at that stage yet. So he could be 1 fight away from being a contender. You see my point?
No,
But
I understand what you're saying.
Let me say this. Let me say this real quick to you, Shane, or point this out to you. Now, when you said he's a fight away from being a mandatory, doesn't that kind of slate him in a contender sort of
That's
category
what I'm.
and out of the prospect realm?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, yeah, of course, but he's 1 fight away, so he's not he hasn't had that fight yet. You see my point? He's not mandatory yet. So right now, why is he a contender? Off the eye test, 100% we believe he can beat Errol and Crawford. Off the eye test. I hear that. But in terms of current status, where he currently is right now, he is nowhere near closer to a title fight than he was 2 fights ago. The only difference is he's 1 fight away now. When he has that fight, then in my opinion, you now become mandatory. You could lose that fight. Do you see my point?
Yeah, but I think too. But I think more times than not, when you got a title eliminator, more times than not, unless it's some fluky stuff going on with the sanctioning bodies, and of course that can happen. Um, I think usually it's two legit contenders is actually getting a shot at the title eliminator. But again, I hear what you're saying. Like I can't. This one of them situations. I can't say you're wrong because you have a certain criteria. I can't say that you're wrong based off of your criteria. It's kind of like arguing. It's kind of like arguing your pound for pound list. Everybody has their own criteria for their pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? So,
Can I
go ahead, Law.
let me point out one more thing to kind of just go against Shane a little bit. Now he mentioned the name Joe Joyce. Now he mentioned Joe Joyce's age, and then I would go to Joe Joyce's record and the opponents that he's fought within those 12 fights to say he's been fast tracked to from out of prospect to contender very fast, like on the Loma type of fast track. So I think the opponents kind of make a Joe Joyce more of a contender than prospect than his age would do. So again, not Shane, not being wrong, Shane, not like arguing against you or anything, just to be derogatory. But I just see the prospect thing a little different on my definition than you do, and that age thing. I think the age thing don't limit you from being a prospect. You understand what I'm saying? We've had a lot of guys take late starts in boxing and be in that prospect level. So at 27, at 28, you know what I'm saying? So I just think the age thing for Joe Joyce is kind of a just doesn't put him out of the prospect range. I think the fights he had puts him out of the prospect range.
I mean, you're being pretty consistent with what you're saying. It's based on their accomplishments or what they've achieved. And if you just look at that isolated, Virgil, no, he's not a prospect, and Boots is not a prospect. Because if I say, for example, if Jamal James had beaten Lipinets and Delorme, for example, he's not a prospect. You see my point? So I agree with you. I just more consider age, but I could be wrong. And it's fair, I just feel like, and to get to the point about Conor Ben, the reason why I don't put Conor Ben as a prospect is purely and simple as the top 3 prospects is because I think he's done well this year, but I just feel like the levels that he's transitioned through isn't that big. When Lipin, Virgil Ortiz, Boots, and Tim Tszyu all have worked their way from being almost an unknown quantity to almost ready to fight for a world title. So by your definition, you can say he's not a prospect, but just by the trajectory of how they've moved their career, I would say they've achieved more. And because they're all around similar ages, I would say he's done more, or they've done more than Conor Benn. That's my point. Again, it's age. A lot of it's about age to me.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask you to kind of finalize your definition. We know I brought this name up a lot. I ran the dude resume down. Is he a prospect in your definition? And I'm gonna say it again, Emmanuel Tagu. Is he a prospect in your definition of prospect?
No, because he's over a certain age. So he just because of age. And again, just like you've been very consistent with accomplishments, I'm being very consistent that age plays a part. Now you can look at someone like Benavidez, he's very young and he's accomplished a lot. Because he's been world champion, I can't really say he's a prospect.
Vlog, you want to go?
I got you. Yeah, no, I got him. I'm with him. He's been consistent. So you know what I mean. And my dude is in that 30-something range. So I got you. I understand.
Yeah, L Dub said Tagu is a fringe contender. Conrad said Ennis feels like a prospect to me, but because he hasn't had that defining fight yet. That's why this is an interesting topic. L Dub, I do agree with that.
Quick question. I agree with L Dub too. Been screaming the man name for going on a year now. That being said, though, Conrad, do you feel like Boots' win level will ever come into play when we having this discussion? Because we talking about 28 wins, bro. This is not like somebody that just started fighting last year and he's in 12 wins, 13 wins, 14 wins. This 28 wins, 26 by KO. So does that work take him out of prospect range? I'm asking Conrad directly.
Okay.
Who would be your prospects then, Jeff? If you wouldn't put Boots on Virgil and Tim Tszyu, who would be your prospects?
My prospects, I'm thinking more. Jared Anderson would definitely be in my top 3, for sure. Off the top of the dome, I would say. Let me see. Jared Anderson, I would go.
Xander
Zayas would probably be in my top 3, and my third one is a toss-up between Fundora and Berlanga. One of the two.
I have to disagree with the Fundora one because Fundora's had a lot of fights as well. So I don't see why Fundora can be a prospect, but Boots can't.
Because I can't say Fundora's going to go up and beat Charlo. I can't say it. In my eyes, he can't beat Charlo. He can't beat Castano. There's a couple other guys I'm not sure about. With Boots, the difference is I would put my checkup on Boots against Spence or Bud. And I don't think there's anybody that has that type of accolade in terms of just how well we think he could do against the top 2 dogs at 147. I just can't throw a prospect stamp on Boots. I just can't.
I get you. What about that dude at 140? What's that dude's name? The one that's
who? Montana?
No, the other one. The one that you said will beat Montana Love. I can't remember his name. That young dude.
Oh, you talking about Brandon? Brandon Lee.
Yeah, Brandon Lee.
Yeah, Brandon Lee. Now, Brandon
Is he a prospect?
Yes, he's a prospect.
I gotta disagree with you there, bro. You talking about a guy that's over 16, 18 wins. This guy is active. This guy is he needs a guy that's got a platform behind him. So those sort of things kind of elevate him out of that prospect range. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep more in the contender range because you guys are talking about guys that are ranked that he's equivalent to, such as a Montana Love. You know what I mean? So I think those sort of things kind of take a dude like Brandon Lee out of the prospect element. I believe he's in his 20s with victories. Am I correct? I'm thinking it could be 18 to 20, but I do believe he's in close to that mid.
I think he's in his 20s.
Yeah, I believe that's what I'm saying.
How many wins?
How many? Yeah, victories. How many fights? Victories per se. Yeah. So I'm thinking like things like that to me. You know what I'm saying? When I think prospects, let me throw some names out for you to kind of let the folks in the chat get a little grasp on my elevation, my estimation of a prospect. We talking dudes like Olateef. Say the dude last name. He from the city. Burleton. That's a prospect. Joey Spencer is a prospect. The young boy, young Uzbekistanian cat out of Florida. Otebek Kalamaya, young southpaw dude, 9-0, 9 knockouts. These are prospects. Now, you can put a Jared Anderson in there because of the victories, but when you start talking about looking at the platforms and things like that, these guys are about to launch themselves like a Jared Anderson right out of prospect coming into 2022 so fast in the Contender because of the connections, him with the Fury, him with the Bob Arum sort of scenario. So I think the positioning of some of these fighters kind of take them out of that prospect realm.
Bro, just a little quick tidbit on Brandon Lee. The reason why I think he's still a prospect, he's actually 24-0 with 22 knockouts. Only 8 of his opponents has had winning records. I just want to make that known.
So now are we talking quality of wins along with accumulation of wins? So you can have 40 wins. No, let me get this out. Yeah. So you can have 40 wins. Let's say 8 of those dudes out of the 40 been some solid B-level fighters. Are you still considered a prospect?
It depends on how solid those 8 guys are. Depends on how solid those 8 guys are.
That's a tricky thing when y'all discounting them wins.
I'm just saying, listen, if you got 24 wins and over 60%, over 65% of your wins is against guys with losing records, you can't really look past that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would say Montana Love is more so of a contender than Brandon Lee is. And he got less wins.
Based on his platform, I think I maybe agree with that. That's because he got a little bit more steam behind his name. You know what I'm saying? I give you that, and he's been seen recently. Brandon Lee's been seen, but the level of viewage wasn't there for him, and it's not really been there based on these fight cards they put him on. So, I don't think he has the steam.
I don't think, but see, I don't want to put a guy's steam like in terms of his name into the equation, because technically, if you want to do that, then we got to take Tegu completely out of it. You're the only person that talks about Tegu, so I don't even want to put steam.
Listen. I never put him in the comparison for top prospect. I used him to try to define. Yeah, no, that's what I'm just using. I used him as an example to define where Shane's explanation and just get him solidified on that. So now we talking real prospects. I definitely think my man is a fringe contender and should have got a look this year at worst against Devin Haney. You know what I mean? These guys are always fighting these unknown dudes. You know what I'm saying?
I think Haney Tegu would be a solid matchup, and I think he's due for a big fight. I think he's due for a big fight for sure.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
Let's run it down, bro. Let's run it down. Shane, Brandon Lee, is he a contender or prospect?
In my opinion, he's a prospect.
All right, you said Brandon Lee's a contender, right, Vlog?
Now when we break the record down, I gotta lean your way and still go prospect. I got to. Okay. I can't. I'll just be being dishonest with everybody if I can't say that's very sharp point that you got to look at. But I look at Boots a little differently because we've seen him step up, and he's done it recently within this year. So I think those fights that he's had this year take him out of prospect and into contender. Because again, we're mentioning him next up between the superpowers. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know.
It's the Boots is I think in so many ways we talk about Boots and he gets a pass in terms of so many different things because of how how impressive the eye test is. I think this is another one of them situations like where he's just getting a pass, but I agree with it 100%. Matter of fact, let's run with this one. Conrad, he said, where do you have David Morrell? Is David Morrell a prospect or a contender, Shane?
To me, he's a prospect.
Go ahead, Vlog.
He can't be a prospect because his positioning already has him as a contender, already has him as an interim champion. These sort of accolades have already been delivered to him by the WBA. So those, to me, take him out of that prospect era. You know what I mean? He's being ducked, if anything. He's the Boots of 168 right now.
And listen, I gotta follow Vlog on this one. I think he is a contender, and I'm gonna try to stay as consistent as I can.
How old is he?
There's where I'm on the other side of this
23.
Dude, I don't want
23.
That's 23. What they say, bro. That's what they say, bro. This dude is built like he 27, 28 years old, bro.
That's cool.
I'm just saying. But at the same time, we know how it is with the Latin countries and the birth certificates. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all a little bit young, but they had a famous ball player that was like 17, 18 throwing shutouts in the little league. So, you know what I mean? They twerking birth certificates. So just saying, he looks older, but at the same time, his ability, bro, his ability to me just puts him out of that realm. He's not a Joey Spencer of his division. Joey Spencer's still a work in process. He's still growing, even though he has some decent accolades under his belt already. 14-0, 10 knockouts, been the distance in a few fights. So he's showing that he got a little win and things like that. That's still prospect-esque. When you're looking at a dude like Morrell, he's a finished tool. We just haven't seen him enough because of his background and, you know, the Cuban thing and whatever's going on with that. So I don't think we've seen him in enough fights because probably dudes don't want to fight him, bro. The dude nasty. He'll cold piece of work.
I mean, to probably, I say all what I'm saying right now, but then I'm going to say something that probably, I'm going to give an example that probably dispels all the points that I've made all day, which is Mike Tyson, for example. When Mike Tyson was knocking everybody out week in, week out, he was a young dude. It's very difficult to consider Mike Tyson a prospect during that time, purely and simply because he was just, you could clearly see looking at him, he's going to be the next world champion. So it's difficult to call him a prospect. So judge based on that situation, I understand why you'll say Boots and David Morrell isn't prospects, because in the case of Mike Tyson, age didn't really matter. So I get what you guys mean.
And you know what? I'm gonna follow up with that. You even take a Wilder, right? You take a Wilder, he knocking everything out the park. Now, of course, you know, he was older in age and everything, but he knocking everything out the park. And he wasn't given an opportunity to actually prove himself when I felt like he was actually ready. Let me ask you guys this question. It's kind of a curveball, but it's on the same topic. When did Wilder actually become a contender and not a prospect? Think back.
That's a hard question to answer, because with him, he's a dude who came into the heavyweight division when the division was relatively cold, and he came off.
Can I give you a fight and we can just shorten it up like that from my angle? The Gerald Washington fight. I think the Gerald Washington fight made sure, you know what I mean?
It can't be the Gerald Washington fight because he was already a world champion at that time.
Oh, did he have a belt? Yeah, he did have a belt.
He had a belt at that time.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying, bro. You have the belt and you still kind of always seem like you're not accomplished yet. You see what I mean?
Can I give y'all the fight I'm thinking?
Yes.
Audley Harrison.
You know what? I wasn't thinking that name. I'm gonna tell you the name I was thinking. Malik Scott?
No.
Why not?
I disagree with that. Because Malik Scott wasn't accomplished on the other side. So when you looking at what fight kind of you were saying to answer your question propelled him, to me it would be a fight after he had the belt. You know what I mean? Like, because
Yeah,
it was
but
a
you
fight.
can't be a prospect
But you
as a
can't
world
be a.
champion.
I know what you're saying. I get it. But that's what I'm talking about his career. Like he kind of to me never had the defining fight until after he had the belt. You see what I mean? That's the way I'm analyzing it. I'm wrong. I know I am, and everybody will probably murder me in the chat, but I'm stupid like that. So
I mean,
just,
Malik Scott isn't a bad name because if you think about it, Malik Scott was, how can I say, he was that fight against a name which people knew.
right.
It's just the problem. What the problem with that was, I still felt like after watching that fight, he still had so much to prove. So it's difficult, and I know what Blunt's saying because I see like. It's not until he won the world title did I ever look at Wilder and think, okay, this guy's got a high ceiling. Like he almost was very. He kind of went under the radar for most of his fights, and I can't tell you when I ever thought this guy was an actual legitimate prospect.
Yeah, actually we got family in the building right now, man. Bruce Gould's in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro. I actually want to Bruce Goulds and Conrad. I actually want y'all to answer that question. Whoever else is in here. What fight did you actually think Wilder went from a prospect to a contender? It's you know what, a vlog. You know what? I understand what you're saying, like 100%, because it's crazy because you can make the legit claim that he went from prospect and skipped contender status and went right to champion.
that's my point, bro. That's exactly my point, bro.
If you think about it,
And then, like,
fight,
as a champion, to me, he had the Washington fight that kind of like, okay, yeah, this is a real dude. He a banger. He gonna get in there and mix it up, type of thing, like he did in the loss to Fury. You know what I mean? The third loss. I don't know about the second one as much.
You know what? It's crazy because like you could say the Malik Scott fight, but to argue against my own self, the way Malik Scott went out in that fight, it was just a bad look. He wasn't competitive. He wasn't trying to be competitive, and people thought he took a dive. You know what I'm saying? So you take that fight, then the Audley Harrison fight. He just didn't have the hardcores knew who he was, but like, did that really put him on contender status? No. Like, you could act, which might be one of the few times in history where a guy actually goes from prospect and his literal fight with you know what, I gotta read this from L-Dub. Rob Acosta in the building, man. Big shout out to my guy Rob Acosta, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Conrad said I agree with Vlog on this. I'm leaning towards that as well. L-Dub said from the Ljokovic to the Kelvin Price fight, Wilder became a contender. The Kelvin Price fight, L-Dub, I'm glad you said that. And only L-Dub would bring up somebody like Kelvin Price. And L-Dub, you correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, I think Kelvin Price was ranked either number 2 or number 3 in the sanctioning body when Wilder fought him. L-Dub, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
This is why I was talking about the point of when he came into the division. The division was relatively cold. Like,
it was ice cold.
Like Lajkovic, for example. I feel like the only reason why I could potentially agree with L-Dub is purely and simply because the way he knocked that dude out, it was different. And from watching that, I just remember looking at it and I'm like, yeah, this dude's different. This dude's got different power. And I guess on that sense, just of power alone, I could say potentially, yeah, he was a contender.
Yeah, I mean, the Ljokovic fight, that was That was the one when the dude he was doing the Harlem Shake on the ground and shit, like looked like he was having a seizure and shit. You know what I'm saying? That fight, then the Kelvin Price fight. Kelvin Price let Wilder get like a running start to his jab and straight right hand. Like it was insane. You know what I'm saying? Like how much ground he covered in like 2 steps. You know what I mean? No, but those are good names, L Dub for sure. Bruce Goals, L Dub. It's an interesting topic, man. Like it's an interesting topic, man. Prospect of the year. But Shane, I'm thinking more Jared Anderson, Xander Zayas.
Can I shake it up a little bit?
Go ahead.
Better prospect, them boys across the pond, or the folks on our side of the planet. I mean, look, I'm gonna throw a couple names out to shake it up. We got Archie Sharp coming up over there. We got the other heavyweight. I think he Joe Joyce's little cousin or something. What's the light-skinned boy name with the eyes and all of that? He fought earlier this year. He from over there, Shane. You know who I'm talking about, man. He knocked old boy. Yeah, I can't think of his name.
He signed with Frank Warren. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, heavyweight dude, heavyweight. So yeah, like they got some sharp boys. There's a couple Aussie guys and shit who names slipped my tongue, but they was on the undercard of Tim Tszyu, and it's just like I'm thinking. I'm like, the world is coming up, so I'm just thinking like, who got the best prospect right now? Would it be the West? Would it be the East? You know what I mean? The UK, whatever. You know what I mean? Because Uzbekistan. Shit, man, them boys is doing what it do over there. You see what I'm saying? Like, who really got the next generation of who got the next champ? Who got the next prospect that's gonna be champ?
I'm inclined to say America, but Uzbekistan, you gotta remember, was it 2016 Olympics? They had like 9 medalists or something. And obviously
that's what I'm saying.
You got the likes
and
of
they mixed up because
you got the likes of Majimov. He's coming through. You got Giosov. You got what's that dude's name? That dude. Oh, I can't even remember his name. Oh,
the heavyweight.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even talking about him. I can't remember his name.
You talking about the one that lost? You talking about the one that lost to Gabe, right?
No, I'm not talking about Abdu Kokorov, but he's another one. There's another. There's another dude. I just can't remember his name because he was on Eddie Hearn's undercard, the Uzbek fight in what's it called? I think he's like 3-0 or something like that.
Okay,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. But they got dudes that's fighting from over here too, so that's a little wrinkle in it because you know what I mean. They got, like I said, the heavyweight that I spoke on earlier. Damn, what's dude name? God bless it be. Lolov. He fighting out of Brooklyn, but he from Uzbekistan. You got the dude Otabek. He fighting out of Florida, but again from Uzbekistan. So it's a little wrinkle in the game when it comes to trying to find those guys from far east. But like y'all got some nice dudes over there, man. Like I said, Archie Sharp jumped on the radar for me, and he nice with it. And you don't usually see white chocolate style guys from over there as much, you know what I mean? Those sort of Prince Naseem-esque guys. So most of the white guys over there fight traditionally, but I like Archie Sharp. He's real slick with it. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just like I said, it's a toss up to me because, like I said, you got the heavyweight over there whose name slips my tongue, but I'm sure everybody in the chat or L Dub know who I'm talking about. It's just not right at the tip of my tongue. Big light skinned dude. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. But we got Jared Anderson on our side. So who's really, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the dude got hands too. Now, can he box? We still here to find that out, but he do got handlebars. So, but I don't know. It's just another question, another little wrinkle in the conversation.
Is Tony Yolka a contender or a prospect?
Prospect.
To me, you say prospect. I would say contender purely and simply because of his age.
I say prospect because he's unaccomplished.
Maybe he's neither.
That's that ain't a wrong answer either. Yeah, that ain't a wrong answer. Hey, I mean, he could. No, Jeff, think about it. He could be a junior 5 type of dude. You know, junior 5, nice little record going on, but really look at him. Take a real hard look at him. Is he really that guy? You know what I'm saying? Age don't necessarily to me push you to contender status if you're not doing nothing inside that ring or putting out a product that's kind of scary. You understand what I'm talking about? So
Yeah.
him, the junior, he's a junior fighter to me.
Yeah, Willie G said Brandon Lee's a prospect. I agree. I think
What is Butayev?
Contender.
That's
He's talking about Budabayev.
yeah, bro. I know my mic was tripping right quick. My bad. That's a Contender. Budabayev. That's yo. Can I be honest? Can I be honest?
Go
that
ahead.
Man is the problem at 147. All respect to Boots, but you talking about like, I mean, a problem. That man a problem. I think he'll be a problem for Boots a little bit. Boots might get him with the power in the end, but just to force it out of him, he might be a dude that take Boots into a little bit deep waters. I think because he's just a natural born tough guy.
Another name for you guys. Is Buatsi a prospect or
prospect?
That's a good question. I gotta think about that. That's a good question.
You know why I say prospect, bro? Because his skin, his chin to me is, you know what I mean, nervous about that. So, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen anything from like a guy like Budabayev or Boots that makes me think that chin is, you know what I mean, like something that can keep them in that prospect out of Contender realm. Like these dudes are, to me, they tend to not proven, but I don't think they're questionable either.
Who he beat? Who he just beat? Bolotniks?
Yeah, he beat Bolotniks.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with L Dub's word, and I'm gonna say fringe contender. But I do agree with what Vlog said though. Like, there's enough holes in this game, but because of the weight class that he's in and all of that, I would say fringe contender. What you think, Shane?
Now, I would agree with Blunt and say he's a prospect. I get why you say fringe contender because he beat Bolotniks, and obviously he was going to have the Vlasov fight.
Exactly.
To me, that's what I'm saying. The Vlasov fight is a 60-35 sort of fight. He definitely on the underside of that. So that's prospect to me.
Nah, he definitely on 65-35, not against Vlasov. No. That's
what you say?
50-50.
Who did he say the favorite? Who did he say was the favorite?
Vlasov the favorite. He said like 65-35.
The favorite to me.
I think Blunt ain't wrong. Maybe not 65-35, but maybe 55-45 in Vlasov's favor.
That chin, man. That chin, bro. He upright. You know what I'm saying? He's just nervous for dudes that fight like that, bro.
Well, he's got Virgil Hunter now, so hopefully that changes.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked good the Bolotniks fight. Looked real good. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of any other names. Damn.
What about the boy Milnicki?
Vito Milnicki, he's definitely a prospect. He's definitely a prospect.
I mean, he piling up them victories, though. You know what I mean? At what point?
He just lost like last year. Yeah. He lost against the dude, James Martin.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
I got one. Joey Spencer. I
put Joey on my prospect list.
He on your prospect
Joey.
list?
He on mine.
What you think, Shane?
He's prospect to me. Just again, age and like all the way he's moving. I can't
rawness.
Say
he raw.
The way
he just still raw.
They moving him like a
super slow.
Man. Like my
man.
God. Yeah,
but he again, bro. He's super. He raw.
What is Daniel Dubois?
Contender.
Why?
That fight with Joe Joyce tells me you're Contender at heavyweight. Tells me you getting in there, you trying to win. You're not just there to be an opponent for somebody. So the way he fought smart, because taking that knee to me shows intelligence of a fighter. You see what I'm saying? Like, people talk about did old boy take a dive a couple weeks ago or a week ago, Brown? Nah, his body shut down. But in that situation, or not take a dive but quit, that's another situation. You can't say Dubois quit. He went out smart. You know what I'm saying? He knew something that his body told him, look, this eye ain't right, bro. Let's shut this down. You know what I'm talking about? So there's a big difference between quitting and your body telling you something and you taking that advice and shutting it down. But I say Contender though, and I stick with that, because I don't think he can go backwards as far as, you know, keep fighting B-level guys. Maybe a couple tune-ups after a loss like that, and then get right back in that upper echelon wave, that rank wave.
Yeah. That's a ditch question as far as I'm concerned. I'm 50-50 on that. Man, that's a good question. Because I agree with everything Vlog just said. But is he a contender or a prospect? I'm gonna go with fringe contender, and I hope L Dub don't charge me for using this phrase, man. But I'm gonna say fringe contender. I think when you go up against Joyce, and that fight was supposed to get the winner basically title consideration, I would say he's about as close to the edge of a prospect as you possibly could be. I guess the more important question would be, if Joe Joyce would have lost that fight, would we consider Joe Joyce a prospect?
I wouldn't, because of his age, but you guys don't consider age in it, so
Go ahead, Vlog.
Shane, now Loma came in AG. He had a couple 2-3 fights, and next thing you know, he was in a world title picture. What I mean, like, there's a kind of that's a tricky position to say. Age kind of puts you out of prospect realm. You know what I mean? Especially, like I said, with the late start that fighters have. And I'm using Loma as an example. So it's tricky to say that. I think your age and your abilities, because we knew Loma could box, same thing with a David Morrell, proven with the amateur accomplishments. So I mean, I can't argue age with a certain fighters. Say Yolka, he does have a few fights under his belt, but his skill to me says prospect and not contender. To me, age with a guy like Dubois, older guy, not too young, but not too old, but the fights that he's had, couple 2-3 nice little fights, one big name, obviously Joe Joyce. So it's just tricky with some guys when we talk prospect contender.
Has Conor been a contender?
No. Hell no.
No. I think Conor Ben is he's the Ryan Garcia of the UK. He's a fan guy. You know what I mean? You just want to have good fights for the fans. Because the guys he's fighting, to me, don't put him on a title path. It just gives him a little bit more name quality on his resume. Because you're talking about Adrian Broner. How does that fight get you on the title picture? I don't care if you start cheating.
I think they're trying to build him up, like, from a financial perspective, like make him a draw.
That's why I said. I said he's the Ryan Garcia of the UK. He's a social media guy. Not per se that he's a social media guy, but that wave that we're in.
I like the development of I would say Conor Ben is a very good prospect. But his last 4 opponents, I like the matchmaking. I like the names. I like the names that those names are affiliated with. I think Eddie Hearn is probably doing one of the better jobs that he's done with this prospect than he's done with other prospects that he had under his watch, for sure. I think, matching him up with, Sebastian Formella, I felt like that was a good look. I even thought of Samuel Vargas. That was a good look for him too in his development. Algieri was another good look for him in his development. All of these are development fights, so that's why I think he's still in a prospect status. But like Vlog said, he's a popular prospect. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a prospect with popularity. Not every
that's why
prospect has
I
that.
said.
Yeah.
Is
No, that's
Ryan
all. No, I was
Garcia a
stamping that.
prospect?
That's
I was
what I
stamping
said.
that. I was
Is
stamping that.
Ryan Garcia a prospect?
Yeah.
Is Ryan Garcia a prospect, look?
No, bro, because he's not taking fights that put him in title pictures. Now, this Isaac Cruz situation, if that goes down, that'll switch him. But the Luke Campbell fight, you talking about a guy that was 1 foot out the door, 1 foot in the door, and you got dropped by him. So again, these type of things are not they prospectish to me, and they're not
No, Luke
towards a
Campbell was
title
legit,
chase.
bro. Luke Campbell was legit.
Man, Luke Campbell was talking retirement before that fight, bro. What are you talking about?
Bro, Luke wasn't, hey Shane, wasn't Luke like top 5, top 6 at the
Bro,
time of
he
the
Not
was
fight?
in
talking,
my standard. Not on my standards.
bro.
No, I'm not talking.
Bro,
I ain't
he
talking
was
about.
talking.
I ain't talking about your standards. I'm talking about in this sanctioning body.
This is a now he's top 5, but this is a
Okay.
dude. This is a dude who, whenever he had stepped up, he had lost. You know, he stepped up to Linares, he lost. He stepped up to Lomachenko, he lost. And you could always tell that this dude wasn't at that level of
Hey,
he
Shane,
wasn't.
but Shane, those two guys was clearly better than him, though. Like
No,
clearly better.
I know that. But my point is, you can't be a prospect fighting for a world title and losing.
Huh?
You can't be
Bro,
a
you
prospect.
can't. A prospect is not gonna get no title shot, bro. You got to be a contender to get a title shot, unless you popular.
That's why I'm saying he's not a contender. I'm not a prospect. That's why I'm saying he's not a prospect. He got a title shot twice.
No. I'm not saying. Who you talking about? You talking about Luke?
I'm saying Luke Campbell is not a prospect.
No, I'm not. That wasn't my question. That wasn't my question at all. I wasn't
What was
questioning
your
that.
question?
No, I said Luke Campbell. I said, wasn't he top 5 in the sanctioning body at the time of the Ryan Garcia
Oh yeah, no,
fight?
100%. He was top 5 in the sanctioning body.
So Ryan Garcia, just off of that, me just trying to be as consistent as I can be. Like I would say, Ryan Garcia is not a prospect strictly off of that fight. He beat a top 5 guy in the sanctioning body, and he was supposed to get a Devin Haney fight, but he turned it down. So for that reason, he's a contender.
So a contender turns fights down? I thought a contender takes fights to keep elevating towards the belt. So
hey vlog,
again,
vlog, you can't get away with that bullshit with me. You know that. You can't get away with that with me. Think about what you just asked, bro. Think about what you just asked me. Come on now.
I know that. Hold on. I know that.
You on mute, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. I think that Ryan Garcia is on the same path of a Conor Ben, bro. They're not taking bouts that elevate them in the rankings, bro. Elevate them towards the title picture. So you got by Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell was on his way out the door, though. He was on his way out the door, bro.
The reason why I disagree with you, bro, the reason why I disagree with you is because that Luke Campbell fight was a final eliminator. So you can't say he didn't take a fight to get him in the title contender.
Yeah, that fight got him the Devin Haney fight. It was
he just turned it down. He just turned it down.
He just turned it down, bro. That was a final eliminator fight.
So that tells me he turned it down because he knows within himself that he's still a prospect.
Listen, I think that was a business decision as far as I'm concerned.
And yeah, a business decision from a prospect.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, a business decision in terms of he was looking for the Tank fight at that time.
Again, this dude, this is from a dude that had to take a break from mental issues, and now he's selling face. So I'm just saying.
I disagree with you, Jeff. I disagree with you, Jeff, because
in terms of what?
In terms of the Tank fight, because this is the dude who was supposed to fight Javier Fortuna. Like there was no. I think the Tank thing was smoke and mirrors.
Shane,
to be honest,
I'm telling you what was being talked about at the time. That what I personally believe. If you want to ask me that, I can answer that. I'm telling you what was being talked about at the time. My personal opinion is different. My personal opinion.
Can I say this? If he does take this Cruz fight, wins it, to me, that's the same positioning that you could say a Boots took. Couple back-to-back, decently respected opponents. That'll put him out of this prospect equation for me, personally.
Ryan Garcia and Edgar Belonga are both on fraud watch to me. They're on fraud watch.
But I think I think, but I mean, Berlanga. I mean, I'm not saying fraud watch, um, but I always said he's not a monster like everybody says he is. Um, Willie G said Joey Spencer's a prospect. That's a fact. Edgar Belanga's a prospect. That's a fact. Bruce Gould trolling here at G5JeffTv. Hold on. Who you talking about? Oh, he must be talking about this one. I got you. I got you. Appreciate you, bro. Um, yeah, so yeah, with Berlanga, they was making Berlanga like he was like Godzilla. And I don't want to say Berlanga's on fraud alert for this reason. Um, you can be a good fighter and not be on fraud alert. Berlanga is a type of guy you can't put him up against absolutely everybody. And there's very few guys in the sport of boxing where you can put them up against any guy, any style, and they'll be fine. That's what a pound for pound guy is. You know what I'm saying? Berlanga's not a pound for pound guy, and you can't just put him up against anybody. Just because those are facts about him doesn't mean I'm gonna put him on fraud alert. I'm not gonna put him on fraud alert. I think he's a good fighter. You just can't put him up against everybody. There's certain guys he shouldn't be in a ring against. Go ahead,
Can I ask a question? Now,
yes, sir.
Berlanga is a guy we could say has one gear, pretty much one style. Can you be a pound for pound guy with one style?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
So Budavev, the Budavevs and the Turbievs, these guys can possibly make people's pound for pounds list just based on the way they fight.
I think Beterbiev can purely and simply because if the dude becomes undisputed, or let's say Castano, for example, he's a one style fighter. If he beats Charlo, he has to be undisputed, whether it's top 10 or wherever, but he has to be in that conversation because he's undisputed. But he's a one style fighter. He only fights one style.
I get it. I agree with you guys. I just wanted to get your quick take on why we talking, prospects and things like that, because we talking about guys that kind of have one style. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Garcia, he's not good going backwards. So his good aspect is coming forward behind that jab and able to hopefully not get caught with his neck sticking up like a giraffe. But that's another story. Well, anyway, I was just asking a question though.
No, I think it's a solid question. I mean, but I think every fighter has a base. They have their own base style.
So who's prospect of the year then? If you guys had to come up with one name, who would that be?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. For me, it would be Odebek. You talking about 7 fights in a year? Southpaw.
Who is he for?
Prospects don't have to fight anybody. Prospects have to fight.
I mean, what is his name?
I just told you, Otebek Kalamalavev.
When did you learn about this fighter vlog?
What you mean? I do my homework, bro.
I do my homework, bro. He's a well-known fighter, bro. He's a well-known fighter.
I do my homework, bro. This Uzbekistan, baby. I do my homework, baby.
He's a well-known fighter. He's a well-known fighter.
Everybody in the chat, check out my hidden gems, man. I got a few of them that I banged out late in the year, so check them out, bro.
Listen. I gotta make sure because vlog pronunciations of these names. I gotta.
I got the first name right. I got Otebek right. That was pretty easy. Now the last name.
You got that right.
Kala Molavev.
It sounds like you trying to say calamari, man.
Man, it's quite not Italian. It's Russian at the end. It might start off as Italian, but it's supposed to end up as Russian.
That's who you go.
That's my guy. That's my guy. Activity, bro. I'm thinking 7 fights.
I'm gonna go with Xander Zayas.
I mean, I'm obviously stick with the 3 that I had, and I'm gonna say just based on trajectory, I have to say Tim Tszyu, because he's gone from, I've always known Boots was gonna be the real deal. Same thing with Virgil. Tim Tszyu I wasn't so convinced about, but he turned me into a believer, especially in that new way fight. So to me, I'll say Tim Tszyu just based on trajectory. He's been active this year as well, as Blunt brought up obviously you can say because he's one fight away from being a mandatory, you can say that he's not a prospect. But just based on what I said earlier in the day and being consistent, I have to say Tim Tszyu.
To me, he falls almost with the bends because he has a name. So I think that positions him a little better than your average prospect who really kind of earns it on the grind, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to put him at prospect of the year and where he's positioned at the end of the year, right outside the mandatory sort of situation. So I kind of think that's fringe contender, bro. As L-Dub said, let me steal it one
That's fair.
time.
Yeah, I got it.
That's fair. That's fair. If you think he's a fringe contender, that's fair. I'm just basing it, as I said, I'm being consistent with my original point, which was when you take in consideration the fact that he's young, he's real young, and he's also not had that title fight. He's not had that fight, that defining fight, for example. He hasn't had that yet. So because of that, I just feel like he's just below. But you can make him a fringe contender. I could definitely entertain that as well.
Willie G said Lee 24-0. Yeah, Brandon Lee. Moses Johnson in the building. Big shout out to you, big bro. He said they break these fighters, moving them too fast with too much hype. Ennis can get chinny if he gets caught with a shot and blow his future. Belanga might be broken already. Shout, y'all. Appreciate you, good brother. I'll be getting with you very soon. You know the thing that's funny, Moses, and I'm gonna get this out the way. First of all, you from Philly, man. You can't talk anything
Chinny?
negative about Boots.
Chinny?
You can't talk anything negative about Boots to certain people. They're gonna get jump on your head.
I can't say he's chinny. I would say he gets a bit sloppy in the sense that when he gets too comfortable and he gets it's too easy for him, he almost cruises and makes silly mistakes that he doesn't have to because he just gets too comfortable. And I guess that's a bit of complacency, but I wouldn't say he's chinny at all. And to answer the next question, Trap Media, Daniel Lucinov, he's another dude out of Uzbekistan. I think he got a gold medal in the Olympics as well. I think he's like 7-0. So he's another one from Uzbekistan who's done well. And he's in a welterweight division with a lot of young dudes coming up. So he's definitely a prospect though. Daniel Lucinov is definitely a prospect.
Hold on, and Trap Media USA, man. Alicia Baumgartner is just my female of the year, period. Just ain't got nothing to do with boxing. Her sister, her sister, man, just next level.
We ain't even having a poll for that, bro. We making that decision ourselves.
We ain't having no poll for that, man. Just
I gotta disagree with that.
Who you giving it?
I'm giving it to Clarissa.
She ain't even fought in boxing this year. She ain't even fought in boxing this year.
Yeah, because she got to give her respect for going over and doing her thing with the MMA. She still got her belts and she coming back to the ring. She's been in the gym just in the past 30 days, bro. And she got married this year. So she been busy outside the ring, but giving her kudos for showing her skills in a different zone. That's all. So I'm thinking female athlete of the year. What other boxer or any other combat sports person or female has kind of switched over? There are female boxers that have done MMA, but they haven't done it within the same year. Didn't she have a fight earlier this year in January? I do believe she fought in January.
Maybe she did.
Let me look.
I want to see her. I want to see her versus Savannah Marshall though. That would be a dope fight. Her versus Savannah Marshall.
Yeah, that'll be a dope fight. And when I say Baumgartner, I'm thinking more like, me, her sister, undisclosed location, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all know. I told you we gonna hit them streets and then we gonna hit them sheets. You understand me? So, no disrespect to baby boy at the house, but it is what it is when we talking Miss Shields. Me and him just might have to go toe to toe. You know what? Just saying.
Oh man, yeah. My man Moses Johnson said, "I'm just worried." You know what he said? Not that he is chinny, but it can happen. And then he said, not that he's chinny. Hold on, Clarissa will get KO'd by Prime Wolf. You know what, bro? I like Ann Wolf came up in the wrong era. Like if Ann Wolf was in this era, like it would be a lot cooler. It was just she was just a monster, and it just wasn't. It's like Vlog said, like back then it was just ice. It was just ice cold. Like it was just. I mean,
Her and Christy
Ali
Martin.
and Layla Ali. Like it was just them three. Like that was it. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say something about Boots as well.
Go
In
ahead.
agreement with Moses. I will say this: if he's sloppy against Crawford, against not so much a Spence, but against a Crawford does have that single punch power where he can potentially rock Boots, because Boots does get overconfident, but I just don't think he will do that at the higher level, because when the fight's too easy, you just see this guy kind of cruise. Like he kind of just makes silly mistakes, not mistakes where you can say it's going to cost him. He just gets too confident and cocky.
Yeah, Vlog, you want to jump in on that, bro?
You're still learning, bro. He just proved it against the boy Delarme. As soon as he walked back as soon as he turned and looked at his folks, threw the hand up. Yeah, shouldn't have ate that overhand. So Shane has a point, but my rebuttal is you still talking about a young cat that's learning. So his upside propels him past any prospect right now, right into Contender. And what Contender can still learn and get better, and is so excellent as he is at this stage. Not Xander's IS, not at Belanga. None of these real prospects are polished, but can still show me something different. I don't see Xander doing anything but growing into another weight class and just taking those skills that he's showing us right now to a different weight class. That's where he max out to me, but I don't see him being a back foot boxer or anything of that nature to change to elevate him.
Did you guys hear about Erickson Lubin versus Sebastian Fondora?
Yeah, I heard they was talking. I heard they was talking.
I like that.
I what I heard from Fury and them, I ain't lying. I like that too. I like that Ruiz situation and everything not looking good with White. You know what I mean? That's a good move. They trying to keep the big dog busy. Ruiz over here, or what's the other cat over there? Helenius over in the UK. So I like either fight. I like that. That's good news for boxing too.
I mean, personally, I just want to see him fight Dylan White at this team. Like
Dylan White won $10 million. Do you think that's fair, Shane?
It depends on how much that money can recoup. Because in my opinion, and I keep it real, how much pay-per-views does that fight do? Maybe 1.5 million in the UK. How much tickets does that sell? Maybe 80,000. So off that alone, he deserves something. I wouldn't say he should get 10 million, but 8 million, 9 million. I think that's about right. Because that's a $25 million fight. Maybe $20 million fight. So I understand why.
So okay, you're a numbers guy. We know both of you guys are more numbers guys than me. What fight does better numbers, Ruiz or White?
White.
Dylan White.
White by far.
Okay, now just bringing this out as an argument for Ruiz, Latin crowd. We know they support their fighters.
Bro, so, we can point right to Ruiz and Areola. If that was the case, that fight would have did numbers. Because they would have came
nothing on the line. Hold up.
No, but hold on. I'm gonna follow your point. I'm gonna follow your point though. You said in the Latin crowd is gonna support their guy no matter what the stakes are. They gonna support him no matter what the stakes are.
Say that. Did I say that?
But that's the consensus.
Did I say that?
That's you.
No.
The Latin crowd will come out for a guy and they debut and pack the house.
I give you that.
That's true, but what you also have to consider, bro, is the fact that wherever that fight is, but British fans are, in my opinion, more devoted than Latin crowd, because you will see 20,000-30,000 people fly to another country. You're not seeing that.
That's why Mexico. He said. That's why Bob said Vegas for Ruiz, and obviously Helenius being a European or UK fighter, that fight being a backup to the Ruiz situation would take place in the UK. So that's why when I thought money wise, which is the better fight for them or an easier fight to me would be Ruiz, and maybe a little less money, but still decent money though.
Hey, Vlog, I would ask this question: when
That's a fact.
is Ruiz ever did numbers in a fight?
So he didn't do numbers with the 2 fights against AJ. That wasn't good numbers.
Was he the reason why those numbers
I
came
was about
about,
to ask that question. Was he the reason?
Was he the reason, or AJ was the reason?
Because, bro, we
I mean,
can use
okay,
this,
bro. So you saying that nobody bought the pay-per-view or jumped on the stream because Ruiz was fighting a Latin fighter fighting for the heavyweight title? You telling me that's not?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Can I say one thing to prove Jeff's point, bro? You're forgetting Ruiz flew out to Australia or New Zealand to fight Josie Parker. How much people traveled with him there? Hardly any. I don't even think there was one
building up.
fight there.
He's building up his base in fights like that. That's what I would say. He's building up his base. He gets a big shot at a big name like Fury, more in his region, being over here in the West. I do believe that fight does numbers based on the proximity of the Latin crowd, based on the region.
It don't do more numbers than Dylan White. I can put money on it.
I'm not saying it does. Now that I agree, it probably doesn't, but I still think as a backup situation, they're weighing the pros and cons and saying this still kind of equals out. Because we don't want to give him all that money. That's just a personal thing. Maybe they got some kind of beef going on behind the scene with Dillian White.
The truth is they don't have a choice. Because if the WBC order that fight, Eddie Hearn's winning that purse bid. So you have no choice. Either you lose Tyson Fury point blank period, or you offer him money. Because if you let that fight go to purse bid, Tyson Fury is fighting on the zone. Not Top Rank, not BT Sports, the zone. So you're going to lose out big time. You might as well pay that money. Because if the WBC order that fight, it's a wrap. That fight is not going on.
Shane, I agree with you. I say yes, pay the man, because you don't have but so many fights for Fury left to make a bag off of. He's not going to be around for 5 to 6 more fights. I very much doubt that, to where he's a serious draw, and you're going to make a good amount of money. You probably got 2 to 3 good fights with him, to where as though you're going to still get some eyeballs on the Fury fight. So you got to do something. So I agree. Stop fucking around. Give the man something up front. Like you said, 7.5, 8, and throw him something on the back end. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll get to the 10. If it don't, y'all still winning. I agree with you, Shane. I agree with you totally.
And let me add this on Vlog in terms of Andy Ruiz. The main reason why the whole issue about what kind of crowd he could pull and what kind of numbers he can pull, and I'm going on for recent data here. And Andy Ruiz should have a bigger crowd than what he has. I'm gonna say that before I make my statement.
Maybe I'm underestimating the crowd. Then that could be me.
No, I'm gonna throw this your way. I'm gonna throw this your way, and then I'm gonna let you go on it. So the reason why Areola and Ruiz had to go on pay-per-view is because there was no way for them to be able to pay Andy Ruiz guarantee and pay the rest of the card without getting the assistance of pay-per-view. So going off of that, I believe that Andy Ruiz don't bring in the crowd or the numbers to even pay his guarantee. That's what makes him a pay-per-view fighter, which means he falls in a line with a lot of PBC guys. They have a high guarantee, but the crowd and the numbers that they bring in don't justify it. That the quality of fighter may justify it, but not the actual crowd and the numbers that they bring in.
I agree with you. I agree with you. It's a few fighters out there that's on that level of they're good. They decent and respectful as an actual boxer, but as an entertainer, that part of it could definitely be lacking. And not to say that Areola isn't, that Ruiz isn't entertaining, but I don't think you're right that he's not maybe using the platforms properly or is not doing as much as he could to maybe get out to sell himself a little better. So I get that.
Yes, sir.
I get it.
Yes, sir.
Run through these comments.
Go ahead, run through that one. Go ahead.
Let me see it. I can't see it.
The Naya IBO champ and gold medalist, and her power is crazy. Clarissa can't punch like her, and she did it crossing the pond off a ACL injury, Fremont OH, and modeling for Adidas. Respect. Next comment. Ann Wolf was dirty. Come on, bro. After Damon Long fight, his 20th win. What?
Hold on, sorry. David Long.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
White is a great personality and a great throwback, but he has been slept twice under the big lights. Y'all may like him, but let me see you put money on Dylan. We all just want him to get a bag. No, it's not that. It's the fact that when you look at the available opponents, to me, I think Dylan White is the best. This is a dude who's never had a title shot before. You can say he got slept before, but we're talking about a current division where there's not a lot of names, and I wouldn't prefer to see Andy Ruiz over Dylan White. Dylan White's got way better wins than Andy Ruiz.
Let me just tap in on the loss side of it, bro. A lot of great champions in boxing history have losses on their record. So I don't think we can discount the losses as much as him still being in the position that he's in, bro. So I don't think, you know what I mean? Like he wouldn't be in this mandatory position if those losses were looked at so detrimentally. You understand what I'm talking about? So I mean, and he avenged one of the losses. So, you know what I mean? Ran it back and won. And he sent the boy into retirement, but he came back like a month ago, which he shouldn't. Povetkin, but yeah, I think he sent him into retirement. So that's credit. And Povetkin was on a nice little run, including the win over himself being white. So to come back and do that, I like his positioning, bro. I don't think you could look down on
I'll keep it real. I think Povetkin has more power than Fury. I'm keeping it all the way 100. I think Povetkin has more power than Fury.
I gotta intervene. Wait a minute.
I think Povetkin punches cleaner than Fury. I can't judge their power. I
gotta intervene with the both of y'all. Now listen, man, with all due respect, he was an original member of my PED boys. He was an original member, Shane. So I gotta ask the question: are we talking he on the without the finest juices? That's what we talking.
Who,
bro?
I'm talking about Povetkin. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to judge. It's hard to judge.
But he's got great knockouts even when he done VADA testing, bro. Tyson Fury's never iced nobody. Let's keep it real. Who has Tyson Fury iced? He knocked out Deontay Wilder, but that was more of an accumulation. This dude will land one shot and it's over. Now, we can ask the question, is that because of the PEDs? But we've seen him take fights where he's been VADA tested and he's still got single punch power. Tyson Fury don't have single punch power. You can't argue that he does.
I agree with that. I'm just messing with you. Hey, bro, can you make sure Joe Smith Jr. and Callum Johnson gets on the fantasy league, please?
Of course,
January 15th.
That's in a couple weeks' time, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
It's another one I wanted to see. Well. It's another one I wanted to see on there too, bro. But I'll just wait on the fight card. I saw it on that app earlier and shit. No matter of fact, I bet that shit too. Eubanks and Liam. Can we get Eubanks and Liam Williams on there?
That fight got pushed back, so I don't know when they're doing it again.
It's January. It got pushed back to January 27th.
No, because the British Boxing Board of Control cancelled all shows.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about that the other day. Damn, fuck. Well, shit. Whenever it jumps on there, they got it on the website for wagering. Bro, I bet the motherfucker.
Listen, it's on BoxRec too, bro.
That's what I said.
No, obviously, bro. I will put it on the fantasy league, but when I see
I'm just saying. Matter of fact, let's reach out to Dub on that one.
No,
Because
bro. It's Frank Warren cancelled all his January shows because it was going to be announced. So it hasn't been announced yet. So they're obviously going to keep the fight there. But even Eddie Hearn was saying they're selling tickets for a fight that won't happen because
so
they both been
Eddie Hearn
informed.
just hating.
they
No,
gotta
but
tell they gotta tell
no,
they gotta
but
tell BoxRec that though.
they both been informed that there's going to be no short shows in January. They both been informed. So I don't know. I'm just going by what Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn has said.
Oh, Clarissa Shields is supposed to be on that card, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, it was in the UK.
Damn. Did you know that vlog?
Yeah, I knew that. That's why I said she was fighting early next year, getting right back into this boxing thing. But that's why I said you got to give her a look for female combat. Personality, sports female of the year type of thing. Maybe not per se boxer of the year female, but yeah, on a combat level, you got to take a look at her.
Yeah, I mean, we was. I was thinking more, short dress, high heels.
Man, come on, Brody.
red
You
lipstick,
talking Coke bottle. You talking Coke bottle, baby. Yeah, I'm with it.
Listen.
I understand.
Yeah, Baumgartner, she's something different. Yes, sir.
Moses Johnson says Dylan White's a gatekeeper.
I mean, I can't.
Hold on. True, I agree. I love the dude.
I can't argue with that per se. Depending on results of these next one or two fights, he could be dead on. I mean, Jazor's a gatekeeper. You know what I mean? Helenas was in a gatekeeper position until he elevated himself. So
we're talking about you can't. The reason why I can't say that is because we're talking about a dude who's beat Helenas, who's beat Parker, who's beat Rivas, who's beat Chisora, who's beat
no, hold on, Shay, hold up. But he's also had losses and also hasn't gotten over the hump to actually get the title shot. So until that title shot actually happens, he sort of is in that gatekeeper sort of rank, but continuing to pile up the wins against decent competition, the Povetkians and so on and so forth, can keep him out of that range to me. That's just the way I'm analyzing. He's in a fringe. There we go. Hold up. There you go in that fringe. We using that fringe word again. He's in that fringe gatekeeper position to me. So I ain't gonna say Moses is off on that one.
I'm gonna say Moses is off for this reason. Dillian White has either been the number 1 or the number 2 contender over the past 4 years. Am I correct, Shane?
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Yeah. So hold up, Shane. Jeff, does your rankings by these bodies make a difference on where you're actually at as far as getting something done?
All I'm saying, vlog, is I've never seen a gatekeeper have a number 1 and number 2 ranking over a 4-year period.
I mean, but how is he keeping that? Is he paying for it?
Because he's not a gatekeeper.
No, he's
that's
winning.
why.
He's winning.
He's not a gatekeeper.
He's winning. He's winning.
He's also losing. He's also losing within them same fight realms that you're talking about.
Bro. In his last 10 fights, he lost once. In his last 10 fights, he's lost once.
Yeah, he was pitching a shutout before that happened.
And then he avenged that loss. I can't say that, bro. I can't say that, bro.
Okay. Because if you say you can't even say fringe because he's been top 2, top 3 over the past 4 or 5 years.
And you can't name 4.
Hold on, vlog. Ain't Dillian in your top 5, bro?
Exactly. He said that yesterday.
Fringe? You said it yesterday.
The accomplishment. Hold up, man. Hold up. You ain't let me finish. He's in the top 5.
He walking right into
it. Let me see. You
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You got me losing before I could defend myself. He's in top 5 because of what you stated, the rankings. But again, according to what he does in the next fight or 2, he can find himself in that gatekeeper slot. So I bought in the word fringe and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. He can. So tell me, if he loses to a Joe Joyce, say the situation happens where him and Joe Joyce have to fight for the interim or whatever you want to call it, because you know what the word is, that they're going to not fight for the WBC if things don't go through with Dillian White. They're going to fight for the lineal. So the WBC situation will still be up for grabs. Let's say he gets to fight with Joe Joyce, loses that fight. Does that not sort of automatically kind of put him right in that gatekeeper sort of realm? You got to go through a Dillian White to win.
Can I answer that though? Can I answer that?
Okay.
Because you're talking about wait, you're talking about potential. The same way I can say, what if he fights Fury and beats Fury, or Fury vacates and he becomes full champion? Is he still a gatekeeper? Because he's interim champion right now. If Fury vacates, he becomes full champion. So he's still a gatekeeper at full champion. Like,
no, that's not what they said. That's not what they said. They said he would still have to fight a Joe Joyce more than likely for that WBC strap, bro. That is the word on the street.
No, he would be defending his title. He would have to defend his title against Joe Joyce or Wilder. It wouldn't be the fact that he's not world champion. If you're interim champion, just like Devin Haney, bro, if you become world champion, that's a fact.
Yo, I blame Moses.
No, bro, he just.
Hey, Vlog, let me get this out of the way real quick. Moses, I blame you for this bullshit, man, because you bringing up this bullshit, and now you got us arguing. We done had a peaceful podcast, man. Moses Johnson, I blame you, brother. I blame you. Go ahead, Vlog. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, bro, again, like you said, that's a what we saying is a hypothetical. I'm not saying Moses is dead on, but it's a borderline situation where one side or the other, he could be a legitimate champion, recognized, won it in the ring, or he could take a loss and catapult himself backwards into this gatekeeper situation, especially for the UK fighters, for the Dillian, for the Dubois, for the Joe Joyces. You understand what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question? I'm being dead serious. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing. Shane, same question go for you. Can a guy be ranked top 10 in a weight class and be considered a gatekeeper?
Yes.
What you think?
I think it depends on the weight class.
Heavyweight.
In heavyweight, I mean,
yes.
Is Joseph Parker a gatekeeper?
Right now?
Not after that win. Hell no. Not after that win.
Not after that win.
So then how is he not a gatekeeper, but Dillian White is? Because Dillian White beat him.
But again, if Joseph Parker would have lost against Chisora, he would have been in the same level as Chisora, gatekeeper. Yes. So results of what's in the realm of getting ready to happen. We ain't talking about a fight from next year. We talking about within the next 3 to 4 months that we'll find out where Dillian White is.
Okay, Blunt, let me ask you this question. The here and now. No,
he's not a gatekeeper. No, he is not a gatekeeper.
That's my question. That was my question.
Yeah, he is not. I was just understanding Moses's comment and giving it a little basis.
So you're talking about you could see him being. You could see. I see
Dillian White losing in a fight,
him losing and possibly
falling back to that guy to beat to get your shot. Yeah, falling back to that guy to beat to get your shot. Just like, to me, Deontay Wilder is not a ranked fighter, even though technically he's ranked. He's a gatekeeper in this position. He's a guy that Mark. Who's the guy? I'm just saying, bro. No, I'm saying, like, if he loses his next fight and whoever beats him, doesn't that elevate? No, that's what I'm saying. He's in that realm, that borderline realm of gatekeeper, still a contender, legitimate contender based on what he does in the ring. So or even if he comes back to the ring.
All right. So if he loses let's just say to a Charles Martin, is he a gatekeeper at that point?
Yes, Dillian White will be a gatekeeper. I mean, Deontay Wilder. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, Deontay Wilder will, in my estimation, be official gatekeeper.
Yeah, facts. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And not a bad gatekeeper to overcome, because if you can be a heavyweight and deal with power and overcome power, that's a good threshold to get over to position yourself for better things down the road.
To me, Sean Porter was a gatekeeper.
Yes, Sean Porter was definitely towards the last three. I say three fights, easy gatekeeper position. But best resume. I never said he was the top 10 dude, Jeff. I just said he had the best resume in the last decade.
You know, okay,
doesn't mean you can't be a gatekeeper.
So you know me well, so you know that's where I was going.
Yes, that's what I said. I never said he was the best fighter. I just said he had the best active resume.
Yeah,
I
don't think Sean Porter was a gatekeeper.
I think Sean
I
Porter
think he
and
was,
Derek
bro.
Chisora are the same thing.
So.
I think
yes,
Sean
bro.
Porter
I agree with you, Shane.
and
You
Derek Chisora is
facts.
the same thing.
Facts,
because
bro.
they both
That's disrespectful, bro.
They both fought. No, let me tell you why. They both fought so many names, but all of their step-up fights they lost. That's why I'm saying it.
No,
all of their step-up fights.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So here's
but a one win. But hold on, at the same time,
Vlog, but
Shane,
you can't
let me
have
get this
it.
out,
Vlog,
Jeff.
You can't have.
Let me get this out, Jeff.
Go ahead.
At the same time, for each guy, one solid win puts them out of that realm of gatekeeper back into top contender. You understand what I'm saying? One solid win does that for each guy that we talking about, Chisora and for Porter.
I'm gonna
see what I'm saying? So
both y'all wrong. I'm gonna tell you about
okay,
both y'all
talk to me. You know, me and Shane rarely agree, so
I know y'all rarely agree, but you gonna go right down in the ditch right along with him. Listen.
Oh, you ain't smack.
Listen. Listen. Sean Porter, when is the last time Sean Porter been out of the south side of the top 5 at 147? I want both y'all to answer that for me.
See, that's Jeff. We going off a eye test. Let's use Shane's analogy and say eye test. As boxing analysts, media, fans, we can see what these dudes are doing and where we're ranking them and where they should be ranked. All of that website shit and all of that association shit, that's, you know, chips can be handed off. You can kind of get your name inked in and all of that. So I don't know, bro. I can't use that as a.
I ain't asking none of that, bro.
I mean,
said, when is the last time Sean Porter been outside of the top 5?
The answer that question, bro. Now he's been out of the top 5.
Of course, you can say right now because he's retired, Shane. I'm not letting you
get
away with that.
Wait.
I'm not letting you get away with that, Shane. You can't get away with that.
The losses, bro. The losses.
No, hold on. No. Hold on, Vlog. Hold on. Shane said right now. Don't give me that because he's a retired fighter. Don't give me that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
When you're talking about Sean Porter, he retired. Cool. Going into that, what's it called? That fight. I would argue that he wasn't a top 5 fighter. And then seeing that fight proved it even more that he wasn't a top 5 fighter. Because my point is, one second.
Go ahead.
My point is, every time he stepped up to that top level, he's lost. So that's my point.
Shane, can I use Shane's favorite word, Vlog, for what he just described?
Go ahead.
What's the word, Vlog? Drop it on me.
Ain't it eye test?
No, the R word.
Oh, resume.
Rubbish.
Oh, rubbish. Yes, yeah, rubbish.
Rubbish.
Yeah, pure rubbish.
That's pure rubbish. That's what Shane just gave us. Pure rubbish. Let me explain why. I was on the phone with Shane after the fight. We were having a whole debate on whether Sean Porter was winning the fight before the knockdowns. Am I correct, Shane?
Yeah, and I know where you're going.
Let me continue. Was Sean Porter not winning the Earl Spence fight? Can you make an argument? Can you make an argument? Sean Porter won that fight.
Yeah.
Can you make an argument that Keith Thurman won that fight?
Keith Thurman beat Sean Porter.
I didn't ask that. I said, can you make an argument that Sean Porter won that fight?
No, not in my opinion.
Okay, there's a lot of people that did, right? And he beat Danny. Sean Porter hasn't been outside of the top 5 in terms of 147 in the past. So, hold on, let me finish. Out in the last 4+ years, he's been in the top 5 at 147. And he's made every top 5 fighter go life and death with him.
But that does not make
you a gatekeeper. And number 2, it's disrespectful. And hold on, Shane. And it's disrespectful because Chisora got 12 goddamn losses, bro. And he's never been top 5 on. Hold on, he's never been top 5 on anybody's heavyweight list. So you can't compare him to Chisora, bro.
No, but wait. Let me explain what I'm saying. The step-up fights he lost, and that's my point. You're not addressing that. Every step-up fight he's lost.
Shane, you're acting like everything is win and loss and it's nothing else. You're acting like everything is win and loss and nothing else. And I'm surprised you're going this route because I know how deep you. Hold on. Because I know how deep. I know how deep you think when it comes down to boxing. When it comes down to boxing, everything is not win and loss, clear cut, and that's it. You know, it's a story within the story. You know that, Shane.
Okay, so let me explain why. Yeah, we know for a fact. We know for a fact, based on watching Sean Porter, that he will never be the elite of the division. He will never be the Buds. He will never be the Spencers. He will give them a tough fight. He'll give 1 second. He'll give them a tough fight. But if you beat a Sean Porter, it propels you to that higher level.
Hey,
Hence
Shane,
the reason why he's a gatekeeper.
Shane, but let me tell you why you're talking rubbish. And Vlog, watch this drop the mic moment right here. What was Errol Spence's best win?
Sean Porter.
What was Terrence Crawford's best win?
At 147, Sean Porter.
And out of Danny,
hold up, Jeff.
Hold on. Out of Danny's losses outside of Spence, who's the best fighter Danny lost to?
Sean Porter.
So that's a gatekeeper that did all that?
Yeah.
Y'all talking rubbish.
No. So tell me. So hold up. Doesn't a gatekeeper have a few solid wins on this record? That's the only way you can actually get gatekeeper status. It's not the fact that you fought in everybody. It's the fact that you actually have some decent wins to go along with the step up losses that makes you a gatekeeper.
Vlog, y'all hold on. So y'all two are honestly telling me Sean Porter is a gatekeeper.
Yes.
His career, he was a gatekeeper.
Not throughout the entirety of his career, but
I'd say the last 5 years, bro.
Hold on.
The last 5 years.
So if I don't even want to hear from you because you just said he had the best resume in the last 10 years. I'm not trying to hear from you right now.
That doesn't mean that you can't be a gatekeeper, bro. Come on, Jeff.
Listen, hold on. When was Sean Porter outside of your top 5? Personally, when was he outside of your top 5?
Earlier this year.
I'm beyond that, Shane. Was he top 5 when he fought Spence?
Yeah.
Was he top 5 when he fought Danny?
No, to me, not when he fought Spence.
I think he fought Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
You can't be a gatekeeper and be consistently top 5 for years, bro.
But bro, you're talking about it over the course of a career. I'm talking about over an isolated time, the last year or so. He's been a gatekeeper, bro.
Bro,
the last year or so, he's been a gatekeeper.
Were we not on the phone saying that he possibly won the Spence and Crawford fight? Were we not saying that?
No, he did not possibly win the Crawford fight. He did not.
We said he was winning. He was winning.
That doesn't mean nothing,
bro.
Though.
What did you mean that don't mean nothing, bro?
Chisora was beating Usyk, but he still lost, bro. It don't mean nothing.
Bro,
it don't mean nothing.
Shane, that was 3 fucking rounds, bro. 3 fucking rounds. Are you serious? Are you going there with me? Shane,
my point is very simple, and I don't know why you keep running away from it. Over his entire career, he has not been a gatekeeper. No, but we're talking about the last year. We can't say this guy's not been a gatekeeper, bro.
But Shane, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face. You already threw yourself in the ditch because you said Sean Porter was Terrence Crawford's best win. You said that Sean Porter
best win and still be a gatekeeper, bro.
Listen. So what was his rank?
Yes,
what was his
Jeff,
rank?
you tripping.
What was his rank?
Does that? How does that mean anything, bro? Like your ranking doesn't mean anything, bro.
Bro, his rank was based on what he's done previously, not what he was doing over the past year, bro.
If Sean Porter was Terrence Crawford's best win, if Sean Porter is Errol Spence's best win, what is Errol Spence's resume and what is Terrence Crawford's resume?
Personally, when he fought Sean Porter, Spence, he was not a gatekeeper at that time. When Crawford fought Sean Porter, he was. But the difference is the reason why he's Crawford's best win is because he hasn't had good fights at 147. That's the fact.
But Errol Spence did, though.
And he didn't fight Porter as a gatekeeper. When he fought Porter, Porter was not a gatekeeper. But
I asked you that question, bro.
What did you ask me?
I asked you, was Sean Porter a gatekeeper when he fought Spence? I asked you that question.
And I said no. And I said no.
Yes. You said yes. Listen, Shane.
I said over the past year, bro. I said over the past year.
Shane, you said yes and then double back and said that he was top 5 when he fought Shane. That's why I'm coming at you like that.
I said, no, I did not. I said over the past year. You said give me a time frame. Last time I checked, Spence and Porter did not fight last year.
And I said, okay, so you're talking before the Bud fight. Are you only talking before the Bud fight?
I'm talking the Formella fight and the Bud fight and potentially the Ugas fight. Potentially.
You know that was a championship fight, right? You know he was
No,
a
it
champion
wasn't.
at that time,
All
right?
right.
Yes, he was.
No,
I got a
he wasn't.
question for you,
No, he
Jeff.
Yes, he
Hold up.
was.
I got a
He was
question.
a champion
I
at
got a
that time,
question.
bro. That was
No,
his
he
title
wasn't.
defense.
I got a
Yes, he
No, he
was,
wasn't.
bro.
yo. Hold up.
Well,
I got a
that fight
question.
was after
Yo,
Spence.
let me ask this question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask this question. This will maybe help. Is
Because it was a
Andre
unification
Dirrell
fight. It was a unification fight with Spence after that fight, bro. It was a title fight. What are you talking about,
No, bro, because that fight was after Spence, bro. It was after
bro?
Spence Porter.
Go ahead, vlog. Go ahead. Go ahead, vlog.
Do you think Andre Dirrell is still a contender, or is he a gatekeeper?
He's a gatekeeper.
Who you talking to?
Jeff? Yes.
He's a what time frame we talking?
Now.
Right now.
Now, yeah, he's
Right
a
now.
gatekeeper. Right now. Gatekeeper. Right now.
That's I see him and Porter in the same position within the last year or so, bro. So hold
on. Who was Dirrell Ford, bro? Who was Dirrell Ford? Nowhere near the level of Sean Porter, bro. Come on now. You talking about Andre or Anthony? Which one you talking about?
I'm talking about Andre.
You talking about Andre?
Andre Dirrell. Is he a gatekeeper right now? He a contender.
I stand corrected on one thing. The Ugas fight was before Spence, so I wouldn't consider him a gatekeeper then. But from Formella to Crawford, the last year and a half, he's been a gatekeeper, bro. That's my opinion.
And I agree with Shane. So that's why I bring up a name that's okay. So Andre Dirrell, looking at him in the same eyes that you seeing Sean Porter, would you consider him a gatekeeper or still a contender?
He's a gatekeeper.
Who? Andre? Andre? Oh, you talking about Anthony?
Yes.
Anthony. I would say Anthony. I would say. No, I would say he's a gatekeeper. I would say he's a gatekeeper.
I didn't say Anthony. I'm not saying Anthony. I said Andre.
Andre isn't for nobody, bro. He's a. I
think both of them are gatekeepers. Bro,
Vlog, can you even tell me who Andre fought?
Why does that have to do with where your position is right now?
Because you're asking me the question, who is he fought for me to even answer the question?
He fought Benavidez. He fought Benavidez and lost.
That was Anthony.
So after that,
that was Anthony, bro. That's why I'm asking you which one you talking about. That was Anthony.
Nah, Anthony didn't get no title shot. Why would he get a title shot before Dre get a title shot?
Dre did. Hold on.
Anthony got a title shot against Eugene, bro. He got a title shot against Eugene.
Yes, he did. Shane, you're correct on that. Vlog, this is why I asked you who you was talking about. Andre fought one time in 21. Hold on, Vlog. Let me get this out. He fought one time in 2021. Before that, his last fight was 2019. That's why I was asking you which one were you talking about, because it sounded like you was talking about Anthony, but you kept saying Andre.
Both of them are gatekeepers. Both of them are gatekeepers.
But Andre's more of a gatekeeper than Anthony is, though.
Of course.
All right. I was just trying to bring up another name that was similar.
Jeff. If Sean Porter isn't a gatekeeper, what is he?
He's a retired fighter right now.
No, before the fact.
He's a retired fighter right now.
Before the fact.
No, he was still a contender for the Bud fight. He was a contender for the Bud fight because he was still top 5, top 6.
That was a gatekeeper fight, bro.
But
that was a gate. And everybody knew Porter ain't had no chance. That's a gatekeeper fight, bro. Same fight to me that Kiko Martinez had. Gatekeeper fight. He just pulled off a Hail Mary, BC style, that cow shit. The band is on the field, that.
Sean Porter is not the dude you fight at elite level. He's the dude you fight to get you. He's like to elite level.
Hey, Shane, that's retarded, bro. Because Spence fought him as a champion, Bud fought him as a champion, Danny fought him in a championship fight, Ugas fought him in a championship fight. So that's wrong. That's wrong.
Bro,
they were all fighting him to elevate themselves, bro.
They were.
He wasn't fighting them to
themselves. He was mandatory. No. He was mandatory shot.
No, but
that's my point, bro.
With Crawford, it was a stepping stone to see if this guy's the real deal. That was what it was. To see if Crawford.
It was. You know what it was.
Listen. Hold up.
In the fighting.
No, and listen. And for Spence, it was also a prove it. For Spence, it was a prove it. See, Mikey, you bigger. that was expected. But Porter, same size, you know what I mean, respected in the division. Now prove it. And he did.
Can y'all give me this, because as far as Formella and Bud, was he on the downside? I'll give you that. His downside and still top 10 is pretty impressive to me. Outside of Formella and Bud, can y'all at least give me he was a contender before that?
Everybody knows that.
No doubt.
Okay, that's all I need. That's all I need. So that's all I need.
It's a split. We kind of fell back on our side.
I just, you know what, a vlog, you know what kind of had me going crazy though? It was like I had a conversation with Shane off camera on how good Porter career was. So he kind of threw me off with the gatekeeper thing. Even though he was talking a certain time frame, though. Even though he was talking a certain time frame.
Where you start isn't where you end, bro. That's a fact. Where you start isn't where you end.
Yeah, understood. But we're don't we have Bud Crawford top 3 pound for pound?
What's your point?
After 8 rounds, did we not? After 8, you don't have Bud top 3?
No.
Is he in your top 5?
Top 10, yeah, not top 5.
Oh, hold on. I got to change subjects. Vlog, can I have your top 5, please?
Oh my God. Can I have your top
Jeff,
5? Why are you doing this shit?
Because I feel like I gotta separate. Hold on. I gotta separate BoxingFirst Vlog from Blunt Bailies. I have to do that at some point during the show. You had me until you said you don't have him in your top 5.
I don't, bro. I got
Taylor. You gotta give me 5. You gotta give me 5.
I'm about to give it to you. I'm giving you Taylor, Usyk, Charlo, Ione, and I ain't gonna lie, my dude. I got my dude Tego in top 5. Pound for pound. Got my dude Tego in there, bro.
So I want to say,
think he the best lightweight on the planet.
I want to say
he the best lightweight on the planet.
I don't know where you have Charlo in there, because that's tricky. But
how you don't have hold on. Stop, Shane. How the hell don't you have a 3 belt holding champion in your top 5 pound for pound?
Because Crawford is a former undisputed champion.
Did we talk? I said you said former. I said current 3 belt holder.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing, bro. You're
okay.
Crawford's former undisputed.
So it means, okay, bro. Again, you only got one name on your resume, so I don't care what you did at 140. I'm not ranking you for what you did at 140. I'm ranking you. How much? Get it out.
How much losses does Crawford have?
He don't have any. That doesn't mean he's in my top 5.
Wait. Let me explain. We've proven on numerous occasions that when this dude steps up, he's not at he failed to beat Castano and he got beat by Harrison. Yes, he avenged the loss, but for you to be in my top 5 ahead of Canelo and Crawford, that's crazy, because both of them have been undisputed.
There is no way in the world I'm going to put a juicer in my top 5. There is no way. And then what you just showed me against Caleb Plant, how the hell is he in anybody's top 10?
When was the last time Charlo had VADA tested?
They don't cheat, so they don't need VADA testing.
How do you know that? They don't have VADA testing.
Bro, we foundational Black Americans. We don't have to cheat to win, baby.
Is Gerald Miller not Black American? Is Gerald Miller not Black American?
And that's a good comeback,
bro.
Shane.
That dude is a dumb
comeback,
truck. Don't tell me about no security guard from no rinky-dink fucking hole in the wall stripper club trying to make his way in boxing. He's a black version of fucking Jake Paul, bro. He's a fucking outsider trying to make his way in, bro. So you can't bring that up, bro. We talking about dudes raised inside the ring to be what they currently are, tops in they field. So just come on, bro. Don't be disrespectful against the champ. This the champ, bro. And I got your boy in the rankings because he's the undisputed. I don't got him in the rankings because his skill in the ring is just so superior to other fighters that I've seen. I got him in there because I got to respect his accomplishment being undisputed, and he's number one. Then I got your boy Usyk in there, giving him respect for what he's done in the ring. Not that I like his style, but he showed me something different, going to be a killer in that fight against AJ. You know, but he was fighting somebody uncle that don't got a lot of heart. Again, you know, it is what it is.
Shay, can I get this out the way real quick? I understand your explanations, but can you explain the Tegu one to me, please?
Bro, I'm talking skill set, bro.
Based off your criteria, his skill set better than Crawford's. His skill set better than Crawford's. Be careful.
It's similar. They both have similar styles. They can fight from outside.
I ain't asked that. I said, is it better? So you made Shane get off.
I think so.
You made Shane.
Man, y'all gonna respect my dude, bro. We talking about a 15-year run, homie. 15-year run, bro. International resume.
Hey Shay. Yo, I said, vlog. I said, how can you explain the Tegu rating? He said skill set. I said his skill set better than Crawford's. I said be careful, and then you just clicked off. I was cracking up. I was like, yo, you done made Shane get off this live, yo. Oh man,
it's similar, bro. He may not have the power per se.
He said Tegu and Bud Crawford got similar skill sets, bro. He said his skill set better than Bud, yo. That's what he said.
Bud probably a better hitter. I ain't gonna lie. Bud edge him in the punching power. I think that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
but competition.
He needs a step up fight before I give.
I ain't gonna lie. But you just said the same thing about we just said the same thing about Crawford before he fought Porter. Been saying that shit for years about Crawford since he's been in the welterweight.
At least this guy had fought dudes like Postal and Gamboa, Delorme. Those dudes, they're better than who Tegu's fought.
So can I say this, Shane? Is it his fault that he's not getting the accolades?
No, it's not.
Or you? That's my point. That's also that takes me back to his skill set. His skill set doesn't credit.
I don't give credit where I don't see you've earned it. It's not his fault, but you still have to earn that credit, bro. It's not his fault, but you have to earn it. You have to show me.
Okay.
And he ain't showing
me. Okay, I got you. Well, I'll take him out and I'll put. Let me see. I'll put Haney in there. Pound for pound. Pound for pound. That's my top. Clean.
Crazy.
Take Tegu out. Let me get off my money Bayless. Let me get off my blunt Bayless. And I'm on it. Right there. Top 5. Taylor, Usyk.
So Haney top 5 right now?
Man, the boxing skills, bro. Come on, bro. Foot movement, counter punching ability, being able to take a punch. Come on, bro. And the competition level's been definitely stepping up within the last year. Come on, bro. And he want to fight the champ. He begging to fight anybody. He begging. Come on, bro. This dude ain't ducking nobody, bro. He ain't turning down no contracts. Top 5, bro. We talking boxing ability. To me, he's a better boxer currently than Terrence Crawford. Because y'all just said Terrence Crawford was struggling with a gatekeeper. Y'all just said that.
Shane said that. I didn't say that shit.
Personally, I didn't think. Wait. I didn't say he was struggling. I said he was losing. I didn't say he was struggling.
Sound like a struggle if the dude is a gatekeeper.
No, the reason why I'm saying it is because to me, I saw Crawford flick the switch in 1 round and he got the stoppage. I saw Crawford fight the whole fight in second gear, and it was competitive. But as soon as he flicked that switch, it was over. That's an elite fighter. Elite fighter flicks that switch, it's over.
Oh, okay. I get you. That's why I tell you one thing. But this again, bro. Listen to me. Listen to me. And me and you gonna argue this. Hold on. I got you. Elite fighters, they can flip the switch, put your lights out. But this is boxing. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And inside boxing, there are 12 rounds. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So if you dominate those 12 rounds in your fights and you do it consistently, should that not elevate you to pound for pound conversation?
No, because this dude hasn't even fought a champion.
God.
He's not fought one
Oh
champion in his career.
Okay,
He fought
bro.
Linares.
All right, bro.
Linares.
So you telling me JoJo Diaz didn't win the IBF title?
Wait.
He wasn't a champion?
He at 130.
It's still a champion, am I correct? Okay. Oh, now he got to fight a champion in the division to make the pound for pound list.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I'll never give him credit for the Linares win. I'll never, ever give him credit for the Linares win. You know why? Because Linares is a bum to me. He is a bum.
Yeah.
This dude got knocked out in one round. One single round.
Okay. I mean, well, okay. So is Mean Machine a bum? And your boy fought Mean Machine. Is he a bum?
Is he a bum?
Is he a gatekeeper?
No,
That's the more important question. Is he a gatekeeper?
Yes, Mean Machine is a gatekeeper.
Yes, Mean Machine was a gatekeeper?
Okay. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Good gatekeeper, too. Good gatekeeper. He'll make you go the distance or make you knock him the fuck out. So that's a gatekeeper to me. But I mean, Shane, me and you always differ with the boxing thing to the power thing. You know what I mean? I don't think just because you're not KOing every other fighter that it takes you out the elite boxer realm, because this is boxing. You
don't have to KO fighters, because as you heard me say, Usyk is my pound for pound number one. But to me, it's your level of opposition as well as accomplishments. He won his belt in the male. He didn't win it in a fight. He won it in post.
I never bought up his belt. I never bought up his belt.
I'm bringing it up.
Okay.
I'm bringing it up. Okay. I'm bringing up the fact that when Terence Crawford fought a prime Gamboa, he knocked him out. When Devin Haney fought an old Gamboa, he went the distance. That's the difference, bro. That's the difference.
You talk about a Gamboa that came in about 180 pounds. This year's gonna be kind of hard to knock out a guy that's, you know, kind of 2-3 weight classes out.
Crawford knocked him out clean, and he was undefeated.
Yeah. And that was a Gamboa that was starting to put on weight at the time to be able to get up to 135 for Crawford to knock him out. So he was actually dropping weight to get down to 135 to fight Haney. So he was naturally the bigger man. So of course a dude coming. So hold up, bro. Let me finish my argument. So of course a dude coming off shoulder surgery, rotator cuff, that is the connection point to where your power and everything kind of switches and goes through your arm. If that connection is off, your power won't translate, bro. It's different from the shoulder surgery that Loma had. Loma had a
yes, sir.
I was saying you have like 10 comments.
Yeah, because he don't like to hear me talk. No, it's cool.
Go finish.
It's cool.
Blog.
No,
finish.
it's cool.
I'll get to the
I'm about to click out the live. Nope.
Go ahead,
nope. I'm done. Get to the comments, Jeff, because Shane don't like to hear.
No, it's got nothing to do with that, bro. But we're going round in circles.
You do that shit.
We're going round in
circles. Because he don't want to hear me crush him, bro. He don't like to be crushed.
You're not gonna change your mind. You're not gonna change your mind, and I'm not gonna change my mind. So why are we going around? We got so much people commenting. Let's get to the comments.
Man,
you want to finish up, brother? Go ahead.
Shane,
I'm gonna get to the comments, but Vlog, go ahead. Shane, you want me to get in the comments?
So all right. So hold on. Just for the people, let the people decide who they feeling on this argument. Does Haney's lack of current power take him out of a pound for pound discussion? Let the people answer my question, please.
The question was, is he ranked higher than Terence Crawford?
No. Now that defers it. That's it. Because the argument between me and you is over this power situation. That's where we differ. So I'm asking the people
because the reason why we brought this up is because we spoke about pound for pound, and you had Devin Haney ahead of Crawford.
Yes, because I think Devin Haney's a better pure boxer currently. But then you bring in Crawford and his ability to punch. You said that
he was former undisputed.
Bro, again, okay.
The fact that Devin Haney won his fight in the male. He won his FedEx
Shane, but that's not where I'm saying we kind of really differ. We differ on the aspect of power and pure boxing. You bringing in all of these other elements into the argument kind of take it away from the crust of the argument and the gist of it. The gist of it is you're not respecting his pure boxing because you think he can't punch. And I'm explaining why he can't punch. No, hold up, Shane. I was explaining why his punching power has deterred
But you've
in the latter.
explained that 1,000 times, bro. Like, that is literally something.
So the people. All right, you're right. I did. I've done it too many times, and that way, that just shows that you're that where we differ. We differ. That's all we differ on. Because you brought up the fact that a fighter can turn it on and turn the lights out, and you use Porter against Crawford as a basis to defend yourself in your position. I get you. But that's telling the folks in the chat room and the folks in the boxing world that just because you don't got no power don't mean you can't be an elite boxer. I disagree with that, bro.
I didn't say that. I said he's not pound for pound above Crawford.
So you saying Crawford's current boxing skills are better than Devin Haney's current boxing skills?
Yeah, I am saying that.
Oh wow, okay, bro. But this is a guy that we've been begging for to put somebody on his resume. And I ain't talking about no Victor Postal, because he's not worldly recognized as no top 147 fighter.
You're talking about when I judge ability, Crawford can do way more than Devin Haney. That's just a fact. Crawford can do way more than Devin Haney. And ability isn't just your ability to box on the back foot. That's not just ability. Ability is more than being able to box on the back foot. Devin Haney's front foot game ain't that great. Devin Haney's got great defense. He's got great back foot game. His cut off the ring game ain't that great. He's not the greatest inside fighter. He's good behind a good stick. But that's where it ends and starts. Whereas Crawford, he can do way more than Devin Haney, way more, significantly.
So hold up. So you brought up inside game. So when we saw Crawford in the inside skirmish, did he not hit the canvas? So I don't think you can elevate his inside game.
When did he hit the canvas?
Didn't he hit the canvas against Mean Green? Didn't he hit the canvas against Mean Green?
He said Mean Green.
Green Machine. Mean Green Machine, whatever his name is.
Are you saying, is this what you're saying? You're saying that Devin Haney has a better inside game than Crawford. Is that what you're saying? Because if you're saying that, you're
just pointing out. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just pointing out that Crawford's inside game isn't where you think it is. Because I just proved to you that he got knocked down.
I'm saying it's better than Haney. That's what I've said. That's what I said.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. My argument against that is Haney's so slick with it, he don't even give you a chance to get inside. It's a rat.
Well, that's why Haney most of his fights are the same. He's a good boxer, but that's where it starts and stops. I like Haney, but he's not got no variety to his game. This is a dude who fights one dimensional.
Oh God, okay, man. Pitching shutouts, fighting one dimensional. It's kind of hard to do that. You know what I mean? But I get you.
When you're fighting dudes that can't box, it's easy. Jojo can't box, and neither can Linares box. What are you talking about? Neither dude can box.
So Jojo did not beat one of the best pure boxers in the game in Tevin Farmer. So Jojo didn't do that. So
he didn't box him. He did not box him. He went in the kitchen and boxed.
Hold up. So hold up, bro. So in boxing, isn't there a fight within that boxing match?
Yeah, and that's all it was a fight. That's all it was.
So Jojo has brought to the table the ability to beat a boxer, showing you he could do that against Tevin Farmer, but it wasn't able to do that against probably a better boxer in Devin Haney. So my reasoning for Devin Haney being recognized as a pound for pound person is that his ability to pure box. Simple as that. It doesn't have anything to do with all of this extra stuff and all these other elements that you would like to add into it. I get it. You can add elements into the equation of boxing, but when we talking pure boxing, stick, move, hit, don't be hit, Devin Haney has to be recognized, bro.
But that isn't the only definition of pound for pound, bro. Pound for pound is accomplishments as well, bro. It has to be. Pound for pound has to include accomplishments.
So accomplishments. If you that good and they mail you a belt, ain't that an accomplishment? Damn, you that good, man. We got to send this dude a belt.
Hell no.
Oh
Hell
man.
no.
Oh
Hell
man.
no.
Oh
Hell
man.
no.
Oh man. So you telling me right now? Hold up, Jeff. Before you finish your laugh,
Right.
if Boots got a belt mailed to him right now, he wouldn't deserve it.
Are you asking Shane that question?
Either one of you.
I don't want to answer that question. Go ahead, Shane.
I will answer it. I will answer it. If you get a belt mailed to you, you haven't done anything to achieve that belt. It's just been given to you. You ain't done nothing. You have to win your belts in the ring. That's how I look at boxing.
Hold up, Shane. I got you on that. But if you're a boxing entity and you looking at the landscape of boxing and you want to go say, okay, we're going to hitch our wagon to somebody, they're hitching their wagon to one of the best guys in the game. That's saying a lot about that guy. If this entity is willing to come to you and say, please represent us. Just saying, bro. Just saying.
Shane, can I get in there real quick, bro?
1 second. That means nothing because the other day, Mauricio Suleiman. Wait. Mauricio Suleiman, his own words, said Kambosos is the WBC champion and Devin Haney is the Pride champion, which basically means he doesn't recognize him as a champion at all. So your point is flawed,
no, it's not flawed, bro, because in this realm of boxing, there is politics, there is the Don Kings, there is the politicians, there's these guys that tell you one thing and kind of give you a wink. We understand that, bro. That's not taken away from what Dan Vahaney did and what he was doing at the time. Hold up.
Bro,
yes,
you just said that if a governing body wants to attach their name to you and wants them to represent you, that means you, I'm assuming you're saying you should get credit for that. But the WBC, the same people in question, just said Kambosos is their champion. That's what they just said.
Now, let me finish. Did things not change since they originally said that Devin Haney was a champion? Things changed. Kambosos in the Lopez fight happened. Kambosos came out on the other side. So they're on their Don King side of the game. We going out with the champion. Simple as that, bro.
Devin Haney will be the first ever fighter in history to be pound for pound without winning his belt in the ring. That's a fact.
Bro, that's my thing, bro. That's, for me, pound for pound consists of more of your true ability. It doesn't consist of always accomplishments, because there's roadblocks in this game. There's feelings in boxing. So these feelings can affect a fighter's path. That does not mean his skills aren't recognized, should not be recognized. You understand what I'm talking about? So to me, I'm just looking at the man's skills and what he's been showing us from day one and continuing to show is pure boxing skill. So I have to recognize that, bro. I'm done.
Jeff, you have comments.
All right. The one championship belt that does get mailed out that's legit is the PFL belt. And that's the Prediction Fantasy League belt. So get y'all ass over to G5JeffTv.com and go ahead and register your ass to the goddamn Prediction League. With that being said, let me get to the comments. Burt Wood, White Gatekeeper, North Pole, maybe. Trap Media, I had Porter beating Earl and Thurman. Moses said Porter is the definition of gatekeeper. In my calculation, great, but lacking greatness. I like that description. I think you're wrong, but I like that description, though. Second, Ezra, what happened to the piece? Yeah, the piece went out the window because of Moses. Moses started this. Trap Media said debatables. Cap, he beat Spence. John Hugh in the building. Big shout out to you, bro. White is capable of beating AJ, so that takes him out of the gatekeeper category. Trap Media USA, they just in that bunch.
Can I comment on that real
quick? Sure.
Also, I don't know who made that. Was that Hugh you said made that comment about White?
Sir. Yes, sir.
I also believe a loss in an AJ fight puts him in the gate category. So That's why I said during that debate, that back and forth, it's kind of a fringe thing for me currently. So, I mean, I see your positioning though. I think he can beat AJ too.
He lost that fight as a prospect, by the way, because he had less than 15 fights when he fought AJ. And if you think about it, it's the same as when Dubois lost to Joyce. You know, they were in the
that's what I
exact same
said.
position.
Yeah, I get it. That makes that. I get it. I get you right on that one, Shane.
Fair enough. Willie G hasn't been chin checked yet. Second Ezra gatekeepers don't get title shots.
Yes, gatekeepers do. Hold on. That's incorrect.
Second Ezra, I gotta disagree with that. Gatekeepers get title shots all the time.
Eugene got a title shot.
Yeah, they get title shots all the time.
Kiko Martinez just got a title shot.
Yeah.
Kiko Martinez just got a title shot. He is the definition of a gatekeeper. I mean, when you look pure form of definition, that's Kiko Martinez. 10 losses.
He's a champion. He's a champion right now, though. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, he's champion of the world, baby. Champion of the world. Trap Media USA, Big Baby Miller is Bohemian. He said Belize. He said, I mean Belize.
He's still black and he was born in America.
Hold on, Toby. Who the F is he talking about? Who you talking about? ATM Jeff. He said, dude,
he's saying about
Haney. Is that what he's saying? Oh, dude, are we talking about Haney?
Yes.
Haney has got no. He talking about you. He said Haney has got nothing. He ain't talking about me. He talking about you. These direct.
What he saying?
He said BFV.
Haney is.
He said, hey, hold on, I'm gonna read it. Haney has got nothing. LOL. Then he said, BFV, what the fuck you on about with the Haney dude is bang on average? He said he average, yo. He said he's average.
I disagree with that. I disagree.
He's not average. He's not average.
First of all, Toby, thank you for the comments. I hope you hit that like, subscribe, all of that. Hit my channel up. I got good works. And you can always disagree with me in the comments. We keep it respectful over here because you didn't come disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I get the what the fuck. You know, we all kind of say that. But I don't think that is disrespect. So anyway, appreciate the comments. My dude, you telling me this dude is not a pure boxer? Come on, bro. He's Ione probably without the power, bro. He's Loma at a younger stage with maybe power, a little bit powerless. Like I said, that shoulder surgery is a lot to do with the power, bro. But that didn't take away from him concentrating on the skills of boxing. Come on, bro. I'm just saying, Tobe. I'm just saying, my dude. I don't know. I kind of disagree with you laughing and saying he average, bro. I don't think he average, bro, because he's a front foot fighter. He's a back foot fighter. His foot placement is excellent. You don't see him crossing legs. You don't see headbutts going on. He's not a dirty fighter, bro. He's all around pound for pound guy, bro. Powerless. To me, if you elite with those other skills, bro, I kind of can't overlook your power, bro. Usyk. I ain't seen Usyk bodying nobody. That don't mean he ain't running around that ring boxing heads off, though. So you see what I'm saying? This is my comeback to Toby. Shoot, keep reading the comments, bro.
I like how you use Usyk to support some of your arguments, yo. Yo, I love vlog, because I peep what he be doing, yo.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. Vlog, trying to defend my position.
Listen, Vlog will do whatever he can to defend his position. He will use anybody, any fact, any. I love it though. I love it. Trap Media USA said Porter just abandoned Porter just abandoned the game plan and stepped inside of Bud's right foot, which is a no-no because his right hand is the power hand, and stepping inside opens you up to be hooked with that big power shot. Trap Media, what Bud did in that sequence was just textbook, like textbook. Like it don't get no better than that. Toby said Haney is not pound for pound list at all. Damn, he said Shakur, yes, though. He said Shakur, yes.
Okay, hold up.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I?
Yes, go ahead.
So you telling me a dude that put on probably punched less than 50 times against that African dude could be on your pound for pound list? I don't see pound for pounds putting out that offensive
Shakur
output.
is not on pound for pound. Shakur's not pound for pound.
That's my argument. Was what he did against the African cat.
But I don't think Haney is either, though. I don't think Haney is.
Oh Lord, Jeff, you just like to go against me just cause.
Nah, bro, I've been vibing with you all show. The last 2 shows, I've been vibing with you, bro. I'm just saying, Devin Haney is the WBC Gmail / Yahoo International Continental Champion of the world.
So Jeff, my argument against you is you're mad about the way he got elevated. You're not telling me he's not pound for pound because of what he does in the ring.
No, I am telling you that he's not a pound for pound guy yet.
So what does he do that in the ring that takes him off that list? Or does it even put him in an argument?
It's not because of what he's not doing. It's because there's just other fighters that's more qualified to be on the list than him. It ain't no knock against Haney,
okay, so but you're not so as other qualified fighters. What does he do that's not at the level of those qualified fighters that you're mentioning?
A lot of the stuff that he does,
hold on, Shane, let him answer. Shane, let him answer.
A lot of the stuff that he does are things that I like to look for in a pound for pound fighter. What I will say.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
What I will say is I'm not saying that he's not pound for pound because I don't think he's skilled enough to be pound for pound. What I'm saying is number one, he hasn't done it against the quality of opponents that I would like to see, me personally. And number two, he didn't win his belt in the ring. Number three, he hasn't been doing it long enough. So it's more so of other guys, and they're more accomplished than Devin Haney not being deserving. His other guys are just more deserving than him.
Give me one name.
Loma.
I agree with that. But Loma has a loss.
Loma has 2 losses. Yes.
Okay. So you think the losses that Loma's had don't take away from him being able to make that list? Like people that put Canelo. Hold up, that put Canelo on the list. So him being a questioning PED user, why that automatically takes you off the list. So having current losses and then having one of them within the last year and a half, shit, I think that kind of keeps you out of that realm. Now, if he puts together another 2-fight winning streak, I think that kind of elevates him back to the pound for pound question. But I think the losses, bro, keep him out of that.
Well,
not to say his skills.
The loss that he had was in a unification fight. I think we all agree he gift wrapped it the first 7 rounds. Am I correct?
Injury, yes.
Right. Injury. So you say yourself it was injury, right? So that's one loss.
Yes.
And his other loss was the second fight of his career, right?
Yes.
But skill for skill, Devin Haney's not better than Loma. Skill for skill, he's not. He don't have better footwork. He don't work better angles. He don't have better punch variety. He's not better defensively.
Oh, okay. But for him to lose those,
and he's beating better competition, and he's won belts inside the ring.
Okay. Well, I say for the oh my God, I can't believe I'm having this discussion with y'all about Devin Haney, my dude. I'm perplexed that y'all not recognizing this man's skill.
Loma got a better resume. Loma got a better resume than Haney, man. He got a better resume.
I got you.
Any more skilled.
Hey, bro, I'm about to die. My Martel about to die, bro. So I'm about to slide up out of here, bro.
We can end this thing. Let me run through the last few real quick. Toby Crawford, much better puncher than Haney. He's a sharpshooter. Toby. Haney has great fundamentals, but he is going to get dropped badly. Toby, you got to keep on tapping in, bro. This is the first time I'm actually seeing. This is the first time we seen him.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen him.
USC, yeah, Trap Media USA. Haney has fought better competition than Shakur, but Shakur gets praised more. Kane Dingle Boxing. Big shout out to you, family. David Evanesian. Watch a couple of his fights, fellas. The fellas just walk through his opponent's absolute unit. Okay. Trap Media Bud holds inside. Haney is predictable. Haney, oh my God, is not a pound for pound fighter. Who is BFV? Oh my God, hey, yo, he coming to BFV. He coming at you next. He said, Jeff, oh my God, this guy BFV shouldn't be on a boxing podcast. All right, now,
Nah,
all
that
right, now,
listen that,
now
listen that, listen that, listen that.
yeah. Cambo is the undisputed champ. Haney is a glorified interim champ. That is a bot. Let me get rid of that. That's a bot too. White is a different beast now. He has more grit than AJ, more hunger. Gabe Rosado was a gatekeeper. I agree with that. Kane Martinez beat Galahad because he dug his feet in the canvas and threw the kitchen sink. Credit to him. Facts. Toby Haney, man, he has great skills, but he hasn't got the grit, bro. Trap Blair Cobbs put the beats on Haney in sparring. I mean, if you say so, I didn't hear that. Haney is a C+ fighter. Hold on. Somebody gave us a super chat. Toby, this has been a good show. We appreciate you, brother. We need for you to stop through more though. Anybody that come and vlog neck off the rip, we gotta have you on the show more. Facts, Nicothela made Shakur put his hands in his pocket. Haney hasn't done enough against good enough opposition. Shakur made African Kid look bad that fought differently versus Shakur. Throw yourself on mute real quick, bro. All right. Plus Shakur dropped them twice. If Ryan fought Haney's 2021 schedule, most fans will put Ryan on the pound for pound list. That is funny, but it's true though. It's true though. Loma denied Haney of making resume good when ducked him and dropped his WBC. That's true. That's true. John Hugh, do you see Haney getting full use of his shoulder back? That's a question for vlog. I'll let him get at that at a second. Hold on. Toby, $5 super chat. Appreciate you, good brother. He said, yo, man, can we agree that Haney has been given a great career ride by Eddie Hearn? BFE, I'm sorry. I removed the comments and apologize. Nah, hey, listen, man, it's all love, man. Don't worry about it, man. But we do need you in here more, bro. Can we be honest here? Haney has been gifted the opportunity to be undisputed, and he gets to avoid so many of the top dogs in his division if he gets the Cambo fight next. I actually think he deserves the Cambo fight, though. Love this combo, though, the lads. Hey, man, we appreciate you being on, man. We expect you on here tomorrow, too. Respect and peace, John Madden. Yeah, I just heard that, bro, man. Rest in peace to John Madden, man. Trap Media, Player Cobbs versus Haney sparring on YouTube. I'm going to check it out, bro. I'm going to check it out. Listen, we're going to close it out right there, man. Shane, give him your social media, good brother.
I_am Shane the #1.
Hey man, we appreciate Shane for getting on too, man. He ain't feeling 100%, man, but as a as a true warrior, he stayed in here the whole live, man. We appreciate you, good brother. BoxingFirst Vlog. Can you give me your social media, please, good brother?
I'm at BoxingFirst Vlog on Twitter, the way you see it on the screen. BoxingFirst Vlog on YouTube, the way you see it on the screen. Boxing #1 VLOG on IG. Got good works coming up. Got good videos up on YouTube. Definitely look up my writings on G5JeffTv.com. Hit that fantasy league. And let's keep this party rolling with this boxing talk. And my dude, Toby, it's all love, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was too disrespectful, but I do be talking boxing from different angles, bro. I like to look at fighters that the mainstreamers aren't looking at. And I like to pay attention to real skill. You know what I'm saying? So we can agree to disagree. It's all love.
All love, man. Burt Wood, he said right now Haney doesn't want Loma. I think he would take that fight, Burt. Toby said, I'll be on tomorrow, lads. This was dope. Hey, man, we appreciate you. Burt, you are so right. I disagree with both of y'all. I think Haney will take the Loma fight. Haney won't give Loma a shot either. I think he would. Yo, he said, yo, BFV, I'm going to look you up. You good, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you, man. He said, I like you. Hey Toby, man, listen, man, just tap in with us, man. It's your first time on the show. Like, we completely different, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Toby, listen, if you come in the show consistently, man, subscribe to me, subscribe to vlog. What we gonna do is, hey man, if you want to jump on the show, man, we had no problem sending you a link, man. you showing us love, we gonna show you love. We gonna, we fortunate enough to have a platform, where we can talk to the people, man. And if you want to jump on, man, as long as you consistently going on, giving your opinion and just being really good person in the live, hey man, we'll send you that link, man, for sure. He said I subbed, I'll be on. Appreciate you, brother. Burt Wood skill wise, Haney not ready for Loma. It's a great fight, man. It's a great fight, and I hope it happens. But vlog, I gotta call you like right after we get up off here. I just gotta it's about what I talked about before we went live. But listen, on behalf of VP Shane. What the guy say in the last live vlog? Dude had Shane got adoption papers for Usyk. AKA Shane Usyk. You know what I'm saying? We got Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless, and your boy G5JeffTv. And I'm all over the place, man. G5JeffTv, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You name it, G5JeffTv.com. Go check my man Boxing First Vlog out as far as his articles. The only hood dude that I know that's on Google News. You understand what I'm talking about? So that's just how we get down over here, man. So on behalf of the staff, we will see y'all tomorrow with episode 40. Episode 40. We're gonna continue this award show week going. So we're gonna see y'all tomorrow. Vlog, I'm gonna hit you up in a second.